Ugh. Okay, finally live. Finally live. Just in time for commercial break. Let me tweet this out real quick. Sorry about the delay, everybody. My bad on that. Share. Where's the share button? There we go. Watch along for the Eagles game. Stop by and vent. And then let's put this on Blue Sky, because who doesn't use Blue Sky? Everyone uses Blue Sky, obviously. Versus Bills game. Fly, Eagles. Fly, Bills, Mafia. Phil. Oh man, I can't. Renegades, Buckley play action. I I can't talk all of a sudden. I have a feeling this is going to come down to like one turnover, if it's close at all. Nope, don't want to do that live. Let me go get water real quick, which I should have done before I went live. I'll tell you what, I gotta be like the Kevin Patullo of live game streams, because I am just like, it's week 17. I should be dialed in at this point. I should be, on like a nice system. Nope. Absolute shit show. All right, let's go live on TikTok. What's going on, everybody? Steve, happy New Year, bud. Happy birthday, or happy birthday, happy New Year to everybody. Hasn't looked great so far. Oh, that's good. Fumble. Okay. All right. I mean, he didn't get it, but better than a completion. It looks horrible there. Like the weather-wise, it looks so wet. Really glad I took AJ Brown to have like 60 receiving yards, because like I don't know if he's gonna get 10. This just looks like a run heavy game. Let's which obviously would favor the Bills because they have the number one rushing attack in football right now. But all right. 2nd and 16. I don't think the Eagles will win, Jordan. I gotta be honest with you. I don't. I had them losing this game. Love to be wrong though. As I say that, Josh Allen hits Brandon Cooks like wide open for 1,000,000 yards. Yeah, not great. Not a great. Not ideal there. Who was on him? Cooper DeJean, and then he just got no safety coverage. Yeah. Not ideal. All right, hey, go Birds. I also hope the Eagles win, but I have my serious doubts, especially after that. Man, what a throw. It's gonna be a tough game, more so with the weather. Yeah, I mean, it was already going to be a really tough game, but the weather, I don't figure it's gonna help the Bills a little bit. I just think the Bills are a better football team right now. Which, I mean, it's week 17, so like that's a fumble. That is a fumble. There you go. Get on that ball. Come on. Give me the signal. There we go. There we go. Spoke a little too soon. Way to go, Jahad Campbell. beating Deion Dawkins, proud of Temple University for that ball. Please don't tell me it's going to be like they're going to. Yeah, all right, good. Go Birds. Chargers suck, and we couldn't beat them. Yeah, but that's football. You know, every season there's like a loss in there that you're not real proud of. Good job by Jalen Phillips. Really good job to knock that ball loose. All right, Birds have life. Birds have life. Never a doubt. Many doubts. Had a few doubts there. Gonna be real with everybody. One or two doubts as I move the camera. There we go. I have a hockey game at 8:00. I don't think I'm making that game. I got a feeling I'm not going to make it. What we got? Anybody? I think I got everybody's comments. Arball, yep. Did I miss anybody? I think I got everybody. Yeah. I don't want. Yeah, I mean touchdowns. The sad part is, as Eagles fans, like I feel like we've gotten preconditioned to get ready for the field goal. Like they just get into the red zone, and then we're like, oh, okay. Kind of that the touchdown has become like the oh, like that's cool. I didn't expect that. And with Jake Elliott's problems and then the weather too. I mean, I could see a couple of missed field goals in this. 0-0 is the score, Roseanne. Eagles just recovered a fumble. Josh Allen coughed it up. I will remind everybody out there that I tweeted this out, but despite the fact that Sean McDermott is from Philly, he tried to run the tush push in the AFC Championship game. His team couldn't execute it. They lost that game. He then cried about player safety, which is complete and total bullshit. He's baby shit soft. It is a Nolan Smith jersey. He's baby shit soft and a loser. And I just got to get that off my chest because I've always hated Sean McDermott, even when he was even when he was the defensive coordinator here. I hated him. So that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. You're going to cry player safety when you tried to do it yourself in the AFC Championship game and your team couldn't execute it with a massive 6'4" quarterback. No way. They're not going to bring this back. God, does anybody like Dean Blandino? Like, it can't just be Eagles fans, right? It can't be. There's got to be people that, like, this has got to be like a national thing where everybody looks at that dude as like he probably puts stuff in women's drinks. I said what I said. All right, go Birds. He just has that look about him. Go Birds. He screams the kind of person that tells every woman, I'm a nice guy. All right, go Birds. All right, here we go. All right, 1st and 10. Said what I said. 1st and 10. All right, hey, completion. He's a snake. He is a snake. Go Eagles. I got the Eagles money line. I'm a Pats fan. Well, yeah, I mean, we're brothers in arms today. I had like a very small bet on the Eagles to win. Very, very small bet. All right, 0-0. I mean, I thought that this game would come down to like who won. I know this is like chalk at this point for football fans, but like who won the turnover battle. But especially with these two teams being kind of evenly matched, at least record-wise. So the fact that Eagles got the first turnover is huge. And the fact that Eagles don't really turn the ball over a lot. All right, A.J. Brown. We're loving it. We're loving it. We're so back. TikTok wants me to encourage people to invite friends. Don't do that. They did recover the fumble, Nia, if you can't tell by my reaction to A.J. Brown receptions. I apologize for not getting your comment earlier. But go Birds. All right, 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at like the 14-yard line. All right, little play action. Don't hate that. Grant Calcaterra, forgot he was on the team, if I'm being completely honest. Go Birds. Fent, go Birds. Any referee who thinks their light is delusional. That's a good point, Lemmy. Lemmy on the YouTube chat. That is a really good point. There's not many I like. I mean, Ed Hockley was liked, I guess, but that was because he wore shirts that were way too tight, and he was like 60. And now his son's doing it. All right, here we go. 2nd and 7. The 11-yard line. as Mike said, need a touchdown here on the road. You can't settle for field goals. All right. Screen. Okay. All right. You know what? That was better than I thought it. Initially, when they threw that wide receiver bubble screen, I was like, this is going to be a disaster. Because normally they threw that to Smitty. It's 3rd and 1, by the way. Normally they throw that to Smitty. They threw it to A.J. Brown. That's the first time I remember them throwing to A.J. Brown on that play, which I didn't hate because he's such a big defender. And in this weather, you got to figure it's going to be tough to tackle. All right, Saquon up the middle. He's at like the 2-yard line. You think Hurts is top 10? Respectfully, I'm not even trying to be a jerk. I don't care. Like that to me, the Hurts is top 10. Is he not? Is he? Is an argument for August for Chris Sims to get clicks because there's nothing else to talk about. I don't think a lot of Eagles fans care about that argument because he won a Super Bowl and he wins a lot. I think the top 10 argument for the most part is nothing but rage baiting, and I'm just kind of like over it. You watching on a streaming service? Yeah, I'm watching on a YouTube TV. Although I have my buddy's Hulu login, so if this goes south, Patriots fan here, go. A lot of Patriots fans checking in. The enemy of my enemy, I guess, right? But no, that's understandable. Yeah, it's funny. Like I feel like the Bills have become this sympathetic team, and I just find their head coach so unlikable that I cannot ever root for them. By the way, I completely realize that is ironic coming from an Eagles fan because it's not like Nick Sirianni's likable. Touchdown, Dallas Goedert, end zone. There we go. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, good play call. They have gotten him involved in the red zone so much more this season than any other season, and he's on the last year of his contract, which is weird. Bear down, Liam. You all good, man. Congrats on the division for you guys. Hurts is garbage. He will be the reason the Birds lose. Okay. I don't agree with you, but that's fine. I don't really, whatever. It wasn't the reason they lost in the Super Bowl when they put up 40 points and they pulled their starters, but, whatever. Go Birds. Link, go Birds, my man. Buffalo got screwed. That was a forward pass. Okay. Yeah. Whatever you say. I'm not losing sleep over it. I don't agree it was a forward pass. What I do agree on is it's 7-0. That's cool. Steven, flag with fly. All right. Maybe the best answer I've heard to that question. Any referee? Oh, let me thank you, man. I appreciate that. Katie, yep. As a true Texan girl and as a Texans fan, I am low-key an Eagles fan too. I'll tell you what, Lime, I love D'Amico Ryans. I have loved D'Amico Ryans since he was on the Texans. I wanted him so bad on the Eagles, so when they got him on the Eagles, I was like doing backflips. But then, like everything you hear about him, he's like such a great guy that I can't ever cheer against D'Amico Ryans. The only time I can cheer against D'Amico Ryans, obviously, when they're playing, the Eagles are playing D'Amico Ryans. But quick question: do you know how many years Elliott has in his contract? I think it's 2 more, but I didn't look up how many years. It's either 2 or 3, but his dead cap next year is $10 million. He's not. He's coming back. I did a whole YouTube video on it about like why Jake Elliott will be back, and it's just his dead cap. His dead cap is way, way, way too high for a kicker. No team is going to take a $10 million cap hit for a kicker. I'm not in South Philly. I am in like Roxborough, Manayunk, Germantownish area. I'm not going to give you my address. We can be friends, but no. Did you see that Jalen Carter is? Yes, I did see that, Katie. Huge addition. Even though I think that Jordan Davis, of all people, has been playing the best defensive tackle position, which I never saw coming. Allentown, hello, Kensington. All right, so we're getting on the yin and the yang right there of Pennsylvania, Kensington and Allentown, a little bit different places, but yeah. I did a whole video. I will continue to bring this up because I sound like an idiot. I did a whole video on like week 2 maybe of how Jordan Davis was bust, and it's okay to say it. And then he went out, blocked a field goal, and has balled out since and shut me up. So, which is cool. I'm all right with it. I want to go to Philly so I can touch the Liberty Bell. I'm telling you right now, it's horrible. The Liberty Bell might be What made me mad was that Josh Allen just watched. Sometimes you're just surprised. Sometimes you're like, what happened? And then you're just I don't think it was lack of effort by him. I just think he might have been caught off guard by it. Liberty Bell, go Birds, Danny. Welcome in. Yeah, the Liberty Bell is the most overrated tourist trap. Skip it completely. It is a broken bell. I don't know why we have it. They made it. It broke. They fixed it. They rang it again. It broke. I don't know why it's a thing. And you go there and you're like, there's a broken bell. And then, go across the street. They formed a country across the street. Much better. Let's go Broncos. That's all good, man. Big win for you guys of the day. All good. Cheer for your team. Eagles gonna lose. They might, Jordan. They might. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just between me and you, Jordan, I picked the Bills in this one because I have my doubts on the Birds. But I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to be wrong. I'm wrong. And the good news is for Eagles fans, I'm wrong all the fucking time. I'm consistently wrong. I don't know ball. So the fact that I picked the Bills in this one probably bodes well. But I mean, the Bills are just a really good regular season team. Good pass rush by the Birds, though. Man, it is so wet. They're slipping and sliding all over the place. I'm trying to get to everybody. I'm a Bills fan, but I feel like the Bills are going to lose. Caleb, I think you speak for a lot of NFL fans, though, when two teams are going up against each other and then they're evenly matched up, at least record wise. You just have that pit in your stomach, especially and I'm not trying to be a dick with this comment, especially as a Bills fan, because it has been nothing but heartbreak for that fan base. And I'm not talking about the '90s Super Bowl, but recently, it's can't get over the hump to get to the Super Bowl. So yeah, I mean, I feel you because for the longest time, I feel like that was the Eagles fan base until we finally won a Super Bowl. And then a lot of us got over that of the woe is me, when is the other shoe going to drop? Why are we playing on a slip and slide? It's just the weather. It's just Mother Nature. There's nothing they can do. They're not in a dome. So I'm trying to get to everybody. Go Bills. Arlo, all good, man. I got respect for the Bills Mafia. It's called Buffalo weather. It's called being near Canada. Yeah, I actually drove through Buffalo in August. Went there twice. It is a cool little city because man, they really do dial in on their teams. James Cook hate watch for fantasy. That's all good, man. Sorry, I'm not a James Cook fan. Josh might keep failing. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to everybody. It's nice. I don't have to plug a YouTube channel. That's nice. Everyone that's new is what are you talking about? I'm not even gonna get into it. But for those that are day ones, you guys know what I'm talking about. It's miserable till you get a Super Bowl. It is. The 100 definition of being a sports fan is miserable till you actually experience a championship. How we feeling? Haven't seen you since the Bears week. Dark, not great. The Eagles are winning this game 7-0, which is cool. But in terms of this game or moving forward in the playoffs, I have very many doubts, a lot of doubts. And again, I'm wrong all the time. So what the fuck do I know? But I just don't think the Eagles are one of the premier teams. But the last couple weeks they looked really good, and I guess my reservation for buying in is the fact that they played two opponents with a combined record of 6 and 1 million. So I just need to see it against a good team, and this is that opportunity. Leah, go Birds. Give me the W, Super Bowl, and now a brand new album and a new brand new album. Fuck, dude, that would be awesome. I didn't really like their last brand new album, so I would love a new brand new album. Science fiction didn't really do it for me. And the funny part is I put out a video of just me kind of vibing in my car to brand new, and people were bringing up science fiction. I'm yeah, I'm not really a fan. And people are no, you got to give it another listen. And I was getting peer pressured. I don't think they were meaning to do it. People were peer pressuring me no, you got to give it another chance. I'm how many fucking chances do I have to give this album before I go, I don't like it? It happens. Y'all have a nice night. Limelight, you too. You too. Best of luck in the playoffs. Bills fans totally understand that. I think a lot of Eagles fans, until they won one, were the exact same way. I mean, I know it hit me when they won, thinking about all the Eagles fans that didn't get a chance to see them win a Super Bowl, they passed away. And that's, I think, a good indication of how much sports actually matters to a community. And I know Buffalo is very much like that. All us Patriots fans coming for y'all. It's nice to see Jalen. Yeah, it is. Especially considering like the shoulder injury. I guess he couldn't do a push up past couple weeks. Fumble was very weird. But it's a slip and slide out there. It's like the conditions are great. Running Josh Allen right now is crazy, but it's working. It big time. It worked big time. Yeah, it picked up 3rd and 3. And the only reason I said it's crazy is just because he already fumbled once. You know what though? He gets to go home to Haley Steinfeld. So, in the end, like he's really the ultimate winner. Um, feel horrible for the kid who plays Miles Morales in the Spider-Man movies for that. He must have had a hard day when he found out she was pregnant. If you don't know, he's got like the biggest crush on her, and it's he doesn't hide it well. I get it. All right. 1st and 10 Bills, handoff. This is the matchup I actually really want to see is James Cook against the Eagles front, because the Eagles front four is really good, especially with Jalen Carter back. And obviously, like James Cook is going to get his, but I want to see how they do against like an elite rushing attack. Wait in the hell, Doc is going on here. What was the Looney Tunes fumble? It was a Looney Tunes fumble. It did in fact look like that. Fly equals fly. Thanks, Hillary. A lot of Patriots fans all of a sudden becoming diehard Birds fans. All right, handoff up the middle. Nice yardage. He probably picked up 8. What in the I ate garbage plate and am I drunk? What did the Bills fans say that got everybody all? Oh, you guys are just going back and forth about the fumble. Flagging the play. All right, coming back. Usually not a fan of Ron Tobert, the referee, but yeah, you can't do that. Can't do that. I'm not going to mention him because he went to Temple. He's one of the guys in the NFL that went to Temple. He was on those like amazing Temple football teams. So I'm not going to call him out on his gaffe, even though he's on the Bills. All right, 2nd and 12. Yeah, it's Dion. That's close. I think he fell forward on it and got it. Yeah, 1st down. Damn, that's a killer. All right. 2nd quarter, by the way. 7-0 Birds. If you are just joining the program, I think the Pats are undefeated on the road. I don't know if they are. You're gonna have to look that up. Pat, did you see what happened at Drexel? I did not see what happened at Drexel. I can honestly say the last time I paid attention to anything Drexel related was 2008 when my buddy went there. But do tell. Hopefully it wasn't like something like depressing and sad. All right, they got them bottled up. Good job. Go Birds, Paul. Go Birds. Wonder why you're here today. Paul loves Drake May. Wonder why you're stopping by. Someone got hit by a car. That's not good. I hope they're okay. Patriots being nice to us for once. I'm surprised. It's only because they're playing the Bills. It's the whole enemy and my enemy thing, which I understand. I get it. It's nice to be on the same side for once. All right, 2nd and 8 here. Josh Allen 6 for 7 in these conditions is pretty impressive. If it wasn't for the fumble, man, he would have had that had Cooks not turned the wrong way. So he's 6 for 8. The Birds win the pitch. No, I know, Paul. I'm just joking around. You're not the only Patriots fan to stop by and give an emphatic "Go Birds." Again, I've been really impressed with Josh Allen's accuracy this game, considering how wet it is, and it would be even more impressive if he didn't have that Looney Tunes like fumble, as somebody said earlier. So, 3rd and 8. They're kind of in no man's land too, where if they get close, they might just go for it. Get him. Oh, all right. Incomplete. He does a really good job of like getting hit or getting in danger and getting the ball off. And Justin Herbert did that too. All right, they're punting. I need 3 touchdowns from Calcaterra. Phil, you're fucked. I hope for your sake it happens, but I think you're probably fucked. Um, I don't think he has 3. Oh, no, that's not good. Jalen Phillips is down. That is not what they need. That is like the last thing they need. Because I really feel like their defense jumped up levels when he joined the team. I'm an Eagles fan for a day. Well, I think Melissa, I think there's a lot of Eagles fans for a day. Congrats, Chris. I think I am in my fantasy league as we wait to get a replay of this Phillips injury. In my fantasy league, I am the Dallas Cowboys. Like I won 10 years ago. I won 3 and 4 years or something crazy like that. I was a juggernaut and I have sucked since and I'm living off of it. All right, at least he's like walking off on his own power, but he's hobbling. That's not good. Hopefully he'll be all right. Hopefully it's like just a I don't know, stinger or something. Carried with Derrick Henry kind of carried a lot of teams. Yeah, thoughts and prayers if you were facing Derrick Henry yesterday. Jesus, what a performance. All right. Pat, have you watched one battle after another? Steve, probably if it's not the best movie of the year, it's the second best movie of the year. Yeah, I was like blown away by it. I'm usually blown away by any movie that's 2 hours. If it's like pushing 3 hours and it never feels like it's pushing 3 hours, then I'm usually like very high on the movie, and that was one of those. I think it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes, and it didn't feel like it. Jesus, can't do that, man. Can't do that. What are you running in Britton Covey for? And you're injuring him? You're injuring Britton Covey? You can't, dude. You bowled the guy over. You can't even like make a case that you got pushed into it. You literally pancaked my dude. What is it, Sidney Brown? You pancaked Sidney Brown. Look, what is your argument here? What could your argument possibly be in this? You just slipped. Ooh, that's a shot coming at my small king, Britton Covey. How dare you? My man's got a family. He's got a wife. He might have a kid. I don't know. I just don't know how you make that argument. Like you ran the guy over. Actually, you ran 2 guys over because you ran Sidney Brown over, and then you ran my boy Britton Covey over. I hope he didn't hyperextend a knee because he's actually a really good returner. He was not tripped. Oh, shut up, Sean McDermott. What you declaring player safety on that one, bud? I'm telling you now, my hatred for Sean McDermott is so high. I despise that man. Like it's a strong, like the hate flows through me for Sean McDermott. Yeah, helmet. It was like, yeah, it was helmet to the leg and then the shoulder to the knee, and it was yeah, I understand why. Great question, Bills. So a couple of reasons. When he was the defensive coordinator for the Eagles, he was so hyped up all offseason. The Eagles, there's a commercial break, not missing it. The Eagles had this legendary DC named Jim Johnson, who throughout like my childhood, he was the guy. He was like him and Andy Reid were 1-2, and Jim Johnson passed away, and Sean McDermott was hyped up as like the next Jim Johnson, and he was hyped up all offseason with this stupid, ridiculous fucking bucket hat, and he was sitting there in training camp, and like all offseason we heard about how amazing he was, and he sucked. He was horrible. He was a horrible DC. Fast forward, he gets hired in Carolina, whatever. He gets hired in Buffalo. He has a little success. The straw that broke the camel's back for me, by far, was the last AFC Championship game. He tries to run the tush push in a crucial moment. With a 6'4" quarterback, you'd think you'd be able to run that play, and execute it well. He did not. It cost the Bills the game, you could argue. I would at least. And then in the offseason, he is crying like a little bitch boy about player safety when there's no research that play is an unsafe play at all. I mean, this is football, for Christ's sake. This isn't, darts. So the fact that you tried to run the play in a key moment, you could not execute. And then in the offseason, you're crying foul and saying, oh my God, we need to get rid of this play, and using a bullshit reason You were baby shit soft, Sean McDermott, and there's way too much love for him in Philly because he's from here, because he went to a high school in Philly. Fuck that dude. I wish him nothing but the worst. I cannot stand him. He's a little bitch boy, and I'm off my soapbox. Thank you for listening. Other than that, I don't mind the Bills. Everybody else I'm cool with. Everybody else. The fan base, great. Love them. Fan base is great. Players, don't have a problem with their players. I know Keon Coleman sucks, but like I like him as a dude. But yeah, no, I can't stand him. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And all he's done is choke in big games. Like this is the guy that just cannot get over the AFC Championship hump, which I guess figures because he came from a Andy Reid coaching tree, and Andy Reid had those problems with the NFC with the Eagles in the early 2000s. So I guess are you talking about her? No, I'm talking about Sean McDermott, Robert. I hate Sean McDermott. Bills, I'm fine with. Sean McDermott, I hate. All right. Saquon, handoff. Good run. Okay. Picked up like 6. Yeah, strong hate. Cry, Eagles cry. All right. Yeah, I mean, creative. Really creative, Robert. You crushed me on that one. Robert, I'm just going to say now, you probably shouldn't be. You're kind of punching up right now. It just seems like you're probably one of those guys who didn't experience a Super Bowl, I don't know, like less than a year ago. So maybe just sit out the horrible insults that are like, and by horrible, I don't mean like, oh my God, they cut me. I mean, like they're very uncreative. They're as uncreative as a Kevin Patullo play chart. You got to catch that ball. Got to catch that ball, Smitty. Like, I mean, it started off with like, oh, are you talking about Jalen Hurts? No, am I talking about the Super Bowl winning quarterback that put up 40 on the Chiefs defense? No, I'm not talking about him. No, I was talking about the baby shit soft coach who cries foul because he can't execute a play. And because it cost his team a chance to go to the Super Bowl. I actually thought that the Eagles-Bills Super Bowl, I was worried about that. As soon as the Chiefs won the AFC last year, I was like, Eagles are going to fucking roll. And I don't know if you're aware, they rolled. So, all right, 3rd and 4. Drop my remote. That's not good. Great. I love calling timeouts. Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Do you like the Bears? I mean, I don't have a problem with them. I'm indifferent on the Bears, Don. It's not like I mean, the only like teams I hate are, I mean, the Cowboys are obvious, right? I don't know. I mean, the Giants, because I have like family that are Giants fans, but they haven't been competitive in years. 49ers bother me. I mean, that's really it. Like, there's no like team that I just will hate watch other than the Cowboys. And that's just more of, it's just fun seeing every year the same talking point from the Cowboys. It's like, no, this is going to be our year. And Dak gets out there with that like shit-eating grin, and he ends up going, I don't know, 7 wins and missing the playoffs, or getting in the playoffs and losing in the first round. So I enjoy that aspect of it. See like whizzing Jerry Jones in his box, have no idea what's going on, smothering tapioca pudding into his mouth. All right, 3rd and 4. Wow, what a fucking dart. Jesus, what a throw. He threaded that needle. My God. But Jalen Hurts can't throw a football. It's crazy that elite quarterbacks underthrew an open receiver. All right, I hope you saw that play. I would say that quote underthrow thing, that underthrow pass you're talking about, Devontae Smith should have caught it. But again, I mean, is Jalen Hurts elite? Is he not? Argument is nothing but rage baiting, and I think that's a really good argument for other fan bases to have, and I don't think Eagles fans really give a fuck. Barkley's hobbling off. He should be all right though. I can just tell you, like, if you're in the camp of like, let's argue about whether Jalen Hurts is elite, and I made a whole like TikTok about this, but Eagles fans watch that dude put up 40 on the Chiefs defense after the Chiefs defense took away the run game in the biggest stage. So like, I don't really give a fuck if like Justin Herbert is ranked ahead of him, according to Chris Sims. It's like, okay, You know, Chris Sims, who like had what 10 wins in his NFL career and has a horrible haircut. I'm listening to that guy. Now, look, Chris Sims has forgotten about more about football than I'll know, but it's a rage baiting argument of whether or not he's elite. And I think for the most part, I'd like to think at least a lot of Eagles fans just don't. I don't care. Like I'm like over the argument. 3rd and 10, balls on the 41 of the Eagles. So need a play here. All right. He's got time. No, he doesn't. He's scrambling. Oh, yeah, another great throw. Crazy. Crazy. Hey, where's the guy? Oh, there he is. Jalen Hurts is the best quarterback to ever. No other quarterback comes close to him. Not even Brady. Yeah, I think Rob's just trolling at this point, but yeah, the one before the pass. Rob, I hope you saw that one too, bud. Hope you saw that throw. That was pretty elite on a 3rd and 10 when you got to convert. I mean, I don't think he got enough credit last week. And I know Eagles fans remember the throw he made to Goddard in the end zone when he was running to his right, running upfield to his right, throwing a dart, an absolute dime, where only Goddard could have gone in the end zone on 3rd down. It was one of the better throws he's made all season. Serious question. How do you think you match up against the NFC playoff teams? I don't think they match up well. I think if they play the Rams right now, they lose. Seahawks, I like them a little bit better. I know the Seahawks beat. Wow, that's horrible protection. I know the Seahawks beat the Rams, but I still look at the Rams as the best team in the NFC. I don't look at the Eagles as like one of the premier teams, and I really hope I'm wrong. But I've watched them all year struggle with play calling and get bailed out by a defense. I think they're hamstrung by their OC and their head coach. Whereas last year they rode a DC and an OC to a Super Bowl. So I hope I'm wrong though. I mean, they've looked really good the last 2 weeks. They played really bad opponents in doing so. You know, 2 opponents for a combined 6 wins. So, but I mean, they don't look horrible today. I guess all things considered, 3rd and 12 though. Oh wow, go Jalen, go Jalen. Oh, it's a flag on the play, and it's going to be. I don't think you can call a flag on that. I mean, it's a hard hit, but I don't know. What quarterback can't throw a nice spiral on the run? Again, Rob, go argue with a fucking wall, bud. I don't know what team you're a fan of, but it doesn't sound like you're a fan of a team that is in contention, if this is what your argument is. So good luck with that. I think, Rob, you are holding on the defense. I think you're probably one of those guys that has you're going to be sitting there watching Jalen Hurts in the playoffs, and you're going to be watching him, win a game or two, and you're going to have that mask of you smiling when in reality you're crying on the inside and you're dead inside because you can't fathom how this quarterback, who you have dubbed not elite, continues to win big games. But I mean, whatever, man, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna worry about like my team in the playoffs. I don't know what you're worrying about. The elite argument for August. If you want to come back in August and say that, yeah, it's all right. That's a penalty. I thought it'd be a holding call on the offensive line, but nope. All right, 1st and 10. Horrible blocking by Cam Jurgens. Cam Jurgens has not been very good this season. Their offensive line hasn't been very good this season, but Cam Jurgens is just like the drop off. How do we not know what's going to happen? The drop off from Kelsey to Jurgens is like so steep. I think the problem is everybody bought into oh, this is Jason Kelsey's handpicked center. He gets drafted in the 2nd round. That's really high for a center. But this season he has not been great. Too many plays like that where he just doesn't seal off his block. All right. Hurts, deep ball, AJ. Man, that was a tough catch. He didn't come up with it, but probably should have. He tried to one-arm it. That's the problem. Let's see. Replay. Yeah, I mean, he didn't have a chance to. Oh my God, he's grabbing the shit out of him. How is that not pass interference? He had to one arm it because he couldn't two. He couldn't catch it with two hands. If White doesn't grab his arm, he catches that ball and he's in the end zone. And then Rob's mad about another point. Oh, I need your opinion on DK Metcalf. I think DK Metcalf is great. I think he's a really good wide receiver. I think DK Metcalf and everybody on that offense is hamstrung by a very mediocre quarterback. Like Aaron Rodgers. When Aaron Rodgers wasn't able to turn Garrett Wilson into like a very, very, very elite wide receiver, and Garrett Wilson has all the makings of being an elite wide receiver, and I was like, well, then DK Metcalf's not going to matter. I mean, the Pittsburgh every year. Pittsburgh is a very, very good team at compiling. We got a field goal opportunity here. All right. Not a sure thing this season. 47-yarder, bad conditions. He drilled it. Let's go, Jake. 10-0 Birds. The Patriots or not the Patriots. The Pittsburgh Steelers have done an incredible job of every year compiling a really good team that's good enough to get in the playoffs and then waxed in the wild card round. And there's no difference. Yeah, they did, Josh. Eagles got a bullshit penalty by tripping. I disagree. I don't think they tripped him. I think he bowled the guy over. And I will say when I think the Eagles got away with the call, but in that instance, I think he completely ran Sidney Brown over and then proceeded to like not get out of the way of Sidney Brown. I mean, like when you run a guy over, it wasn't like Sidney Brown tripped him. He didn't like stick his leg out. I thought the white penalty, the non-call, was more egregious. You're handsome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. That's what my mom would say. Eagles have got every single call this game. Okay. I mean, maybe the Bills should be more disciplined. I see that's actually not true, Brandon, because first penalty of the game was against the Birds. So Fred Johnson forgot his helmet. How does that happen? How does that happen? You forget your helmet. Like, that was crazy to me. Go Birds. Hurting Covey is like hurting our quarter. I completely Fent. We're on the same page. Same page. Like, you don't come at my short king like that. My little small returner. I feel horrible for Covey. His wife, who's way taller than him, is probably concerned right now. Bill's playing dirty right now. I don't know if they're necessarily playing. I mean, they're, the Covey one, I guess you can make a case because the Covey one was bad, but I think the guy just slipped. Like, I don't think he meant to run into him. I think he slipped. I mean, he clearly saw Covey do a fair catch. I guess the one you could look at is the hit on Hurts out of bounds, but I didn't have a problem with that being an on-call. Personally, he's mad and he is revengeful headaches. I put 500 in the Bears today, dude. I put $5 and I'm sweating it out. I can't imagine putting $5 on there. Hurts playing out of his mind right now. Especially, I think both quarterbacks are actually playing really well considering the conditions. Like when you factor in these horrible, wet conditions, the fact that they are throwing the ball as well as they are. I mean, the real difference in this game, let's be real, is Josh Allen. I'm stealing it because somebody said it earlier, and it's very apt. A Looney Tunes-like fumble from Josh Allen that led to an Eagles score. But I think both quarterbacks are like slinging it pretty well, considering how wet it is. But I think the Bills are probably going to go with a more rushing attack because it is wet, and then they're just going to do play action and hope to open it up. I mean, but the Eagles, like, this is a great test for the Eagles defense. Like, they haven't had a test like this in months. Like a legitimate, high-powered offense that can put it on you at any point. Now, the big question I have is Jalen Phillips back? Hopefully he is. We worried about from me and you, S, are on the same page with this one. Looks like he's back. He's back. Fumble. Get that ball. Yo, what a play by Coop. What a play by Cooper DeJean. What a heads up with the presence of mind to push the offensive lineman and then get the football. That is such a high IQ play by Cooper DeJean. Holy shit. And it's gonna come back. It's not a fumble. That's not the point. That is not the point. It's not gonna be a fumble. Because his elbow hit the ground. But man, that is such a heads up play by Cooper Jean that is not going to matter. But I give him the utmost credit. Picking on the Cowboys is like fish in a barrel. Steve, you're right on that. Yeah. Go Birds. Go Birds, Ev. I don't think it is a fumble, Zook. Yeah, arm was down. I don't have a problem with the non-call. I just love what. Oh my God, Jalen Carter, welcome back. My God, dude, that guy's a soon-to-be father. Don't do that to him like that. Come on. Just ask him to go down next time. Jesus, right up the middle. Who was guarding him? Oh, bless that guy's heart. I don't know who 64 is on the Bills, but he just got run over. Jeez, that looked like the Matthew Stafford play in the playoffs last year. Like Jalen Carter. We haven't seen that from Jalen Carter in weeks, and I guess that's the shoulder problems that he had on both shoulders. All right, 3rd and 19 here. 3rd and 19. Passing down. Go, Jalen. All right. Nice. What a fucking hit by Reed Blankenship. Punt team. Sean McDermott, get your punt team out. Poo in your shoe. Hello, Katie. There's no poo in there in your shoe. Tyler Booker is Carter's daddy. Maybe. I mean, that was 6 weeks ago, but yeah, whatever. I don't really care. I can't wait to see Tyler Booker in the playoffs, though. Oh, wait about that. He won't be there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. All right. Good news is Britton Covey looks like he'll be back. He's returning. He gets hit. Me and a guy I used to work with had this joke of like, if you want to see a dude get absolutely smeared on the canvas, just watch Britton Covey return a punt. Because he would get cracked every single return. And then he just pop up. Every time. Just pop up. Who's your tear? Oh, you guys are having a private conversation. Old dude got a Chinese knockoff jersey. Words are reversed. Pun. Dude. Oh, bless your heart. Score 10-0. User 70723756717597. Yeah, 10-0 Birds. I think a lot of Eagles fans are happy. But it's not just that Jalen is back. Jalen is back looking like Jalen Carter. So that's a positive. And as Steven points out on my YouTube feed, because I do live on both, Pro Bowl Cooper DeJean. I can't get over the presence of mind he had to be like, nah, I'm gonna push this 300-pound lineman. He's gonna topple, and then I'm gonna hop on it. We might have the worst O-line. It doesn't look great. And like, honest question, because I haven't watched a ton of Bills this season, believe it or not. How is the Bills' offensive line this bad, but the running game is this good? To me, like, that is where I have a disconnect. Like, how does that make sense? Because there's only so much a good running back can do. You eventually need holes. And I can tell you just from watching Saquon this year. Everybody remembers what Saquon did last year. The offensive line for the Eagles has been banged up all season long. It's not even close to what it was last year. The holes aren't there. And it has had a trickle-down effect to his production. So, like, how is the Bills' offensive line to what you would say is the worst, and might be the worst in the league, but yet the rushing attack is this good? Defense looks really good. Defenses look good all year, though. And really, they got a huge bump up when Jalen Phillips came over. Wasn't there a criminal on your team once? I don't know if you're talking about the Bills or the Eagles, but the answer would be yes for both. Jakey, yep, they look good, man. They look really good. I love my white corners. I haven't liked Saquon's numbers this year. Shit, neither did I. I had him on my fantasy team. Um, Barkley got his ring and doesn't care anymore. That is complete nonsense. Because they're good at run blocking, but forget being able to block for a great. Okay, all right, I get that. I guess. Yeah, because they're. I mean, it just like didn't. I mean, it might just be like they haven't faced the defensive because the Eagles' defensive line is elite. I mean, coming into the season, I thought like, all right, Jalen Carter's your beast. Moro Jomo, good run by Saquon. Good run by Saquon. Moro Jomo is the other defensive tackle, and I thought like Jordan Davis is like just there. And then Jordan Davis elevated his game to a Pro Bowl level. And then you add in Jalen Phillips. Yeah, the defensive ends got a little bit better when that happened. It actually got some pass rush. But thank you for clarifying it. I do appreciate the insight. What we got here? All right. Get a playoff. Sneak one in for a 2-minute warning. Go. Come on. Call the play, dude. Saquon. Oh, big hole. Big hole for Saquon. Love that. See, I like that play call because they're going to get a timeout with the 2-minute warning. But back-to-back, huge holes for Saquon. I feel – who was the guy who said that Saquon got his ring and just, like, stopped caring? Just need to remind you. Journey, you know what? Journey, let me know when the Cowboys hang a banner for that comeback win. I think it's adorable that Cowboys fans are still like rah-rahing a comeback win in November instead of getting ready for the playoffs. But hey, you do you. Beagles, that's that. Actually, that's not bad. I've heard some lazy ones, and I haven't heard that one yet, Rachel. I think that was trying to be an insult. Go Hawks. Sure. Absolutely. Let's go Bills, Drew. All good. I got respect for your squad. A smudge on your glasses. There's many smudges on my glasses. Who's better, Dak or Hurts? Journey, I don't care. Like, dude, again, if you don't hang banners for comeback wins in November. You don't hang banners for we have the better quarterback in a depth chart argument by Chris Sims. Like, you don't hang banners. And I know this is hard for Cowboys fans to understand because you haven't had one in damn near 30 years, but you don't hang banners for that. So you can, if that makes you feel better, if it makes you feel better that you think that the Cowboys have the better quarterback and, you guys had a big comeback win in November and all that, like, I got to pat you on the head, man, and just be like, and yeah, you still have 5. Great. When was the last one? Did you even see it? I talked about it a little earlier. I won 3 straight fantasy football championships 10 years ago. I don't bring it up because it was 10 fucking years ago. So again, I think this is an example of like, I think, Journey, you're one of those guys. You have the mask on, and the mask is a smiling face. And that mask, you look happy. But behind that mask, you're crying. You're dead on the inside because, again, you bought into it. You bought in that this was the year. This was the year your Cowboys were going to take that next step. They were going to contend. And then they didn't. They just didn't. Again, they played you. Again. And you're left there, sad and broken, on an Eagles fans live, trying desperately to talk shit and failing. And that's got to suck because you don't have a meaningful game to look forward to because you were eliminated from the playoffs. Go Eagles. All right. 10-0. Minute 58 left. 10-0 Birds. They look a lot better than I thought they would. Birds are on like the 46 of the Bills right now. So here we go. Glad me and Journey could chat during the TV timeout. Good hard run by Saquon. Good hard run. Tell Bills fans that bowl 21-point lead. They never came back from the pass, and yes, it was great. Yeah, I just I mean, what was funny was when the Eagles were in that losing streak because they lost 3 straight. One of them was to the Cowboys. I might have actually started it. And like every live I did, it was like 21-0, 21-0. And like all these like trolls, because at that point, Cowboys fans thought the Cowboys fans were still in it. Like, here we go. Good seal off block. Oh, good catch. Really good throw. Way to stay in the pocket and just deliver that. At that point, Cowboys were still alive and they were like the hot team in the NFL at that point, So, Cowboys fans are feeling themselves. And then a funny thing happened. Once the Cowboys stopped winning games, people stopped checking in and reminding me about 21-0, which at that point, like I was over it the next week. I had moved on to being angry about the Bears game. And then, being angry about, whatever the game was after that. I forget. All right. 68 yards for AJ Brown. First half is more than I thought he'd have. All right. Go, Tank. Love me some Tank Bigsby. Love it. Go Bills. Liddy, all good. All good. You can cheer for your team. Score it's 10-0 Eagles. Minute 8 remaining. Clock's ticking. 2nd and 5. Eagles are on like the 30-yard line of the Bills right now. You want the number 1 pick. All right. Usually, by the way, at halftime, I hop off to charge my phone. Oh, good. Go, Devontae. First down. Just a heads up, but I'll be back in the second half if you want to pop on by again or just never come back. I get it. I look in the mirror every day. I don't know if I'd want to come back if I were you. Saints winning the Super Bowl. Totally right, Ghost. Totally right. Spencer Rattler, get your chip. Finally, we get a ring for the GOAT, Spencer Rattler. Connor, go Birds. Always and forever. All right, 23 seconds left. I would have used that timeout a little bit earlier than that. Haven't really liked the clock management here. Who would you like to face in the playoffs? Oh, God. Oh, man. Commanders was fun. The Commanders was a good time. Raiders was a good game. Giants? Can they play if they could play the Giants? No, I mean, doesn't really matter to me. Last year it was like anyone could get it. I was so uber confident. Anyone could get it. And this season I'm way, way different. Like I don't think anyone can get it. I'm not as confident in the Birds. Although this performance is instilling confidence in me. Up 10-0. They won't get the ball to start the second half, though. The Bills get the ball. But if they could punch in a touchdown here and put the Bills behind 17-0 at the half, that would be massive. All right, Bills take a timeout. The Eagles are the Jake Paul of the NFL. The only difference, Triple M, is that the Eagles won a Super Bowl and Jake Paul hasn't won shit. Other than the cash game. Like, he's rolling in dough. But I'm from Chicago. Oh, good. I love Chicago. Chicago's like a great city. Hurts is not elite. Come on. Okay. I don't really care. I mean, again, Journey. See, we're back to being friends. Again, if you want to argue, Chris Sims might be doing a live. If you want to argue whether Jalen Hurts is elite, Barkley got the team, the ring, not Hurts. That's adorable, Ray as hell, because clearly you didn't watch the Super Bowl, and I'm not even trying to be a dick when I say this. The Chiefs took away the run game. The Chiefs completely took away the run game. Saquon Barkley did not have a great game in the Super Bowl. You know who did have a great game in the Super Bowl? Jalen Hurts. He diced them up. Completely diced them up. Dropping dime after dime after dime. It was great to see. So that's just not that shouldn't be the game that you use as an example of like, oh, Saquon got in the ring. All right, bad throw. Because Saquon was incredible. So was AJ Brown. So was their offensive line. Really, the Eagles' success. The thing that doesn't get mentioned enough about the Eagles' success last season was just their health. Oh my God, Devontae Smith got cracked. Shaq Thompson just leveled them. They stayed healthy. They had one starter from the opening game not finish the season, and their health was incredible last year. But no, I mean they were loaded. They're still loaded, but their offensive line is just banged up like crazy. It's been banged up all year. So hopefully they'll be a little bit better in the playoffs. But all right. Tight end screen. Don't like that play called on 3rd and 8. Why are you doing that? See, that's like the play calling is just dog shit right there. Horrible. All right, 11 seconds. They'll bring on Jake Elliott. They'll kick a field goal. Yeah, that's not good. You be a big team with 2 Super Bowls. I mean, Triple M, 2 Super Bowls, meaning like the last one, the one that just happened. I don't know how you talk shit to the guy that like witnessed a Super Bowl parade less than 12 months ago, but yeah, keep trying. Again, it's like it's adorable when like other fan bases come to talk shit. It's like I'm good. Like I'm happy. You know, I don't have VHS tapes about my Super Bowl wins. I have DVDs. Shit, I have like digital copies. So yeah, I mean, 2 in the last 7 years. Yeah, I'll take that. I think believe it or not, I think most fan bases would take 2 Super Bowls in the last 7 years because I don't really give a fuck what happened in like 1980. You know, but again, I mean, you could try. Um, Mike, I wouldn't have went for the touchdown there. I just gone for the points on the road. I just don't like their play calling. I'm best rivalry in the world. Absolutely, Journey. Looking forward to the next season. I will say, Journey. In regards to the Cowboys, I was watching the NFC East Hard Knocks, and while I'm not a huge fan of Dak, just like he kind of gives me the cringe, a little too much like Drake for me. But I did think that him telling his teammates to like really load up the Christmas bonus for like the trainers and equipment stuff. I thought that was really cool. Like you could tell like he wasn't doing it just for the cameras. Like he was like dead serious about like, yeah, let's take care of these people. I thought that was a classy move. Little team mentality. Sure, bud. Whatever you say. You have any thoughts on the Flyers this season? Yeah, kind of. They look really good. I just don't think they have any real goaltending. Like I don't think they're doing much in terms of like contending, but I'm not surprised they look good under Tocchet. Vancouver looked great under Tocchet when he showed up. They look incredible. Elias Pettersson and JT Miller were like clicking. Obviously it all came crashing down, and I don't think this could happen with the Flyers. But yeah, they look really good. Farm system's good. They just don't have a goalie. Same evergreen statement for the past 35 years. Fight. Eagles are chippy. Getting chippy out here. But yeah, they look way better than I thought they would. And it's impressive how well they play considering that Mitchkov has, I don't want to say he's been in the doghouse of Rick Tocchet, but he just hasn't adapted well to his scheme and style. You were thinking that Mitchkov is maybe going to be like an 80-point guy, and he's not even trending close to that. But they look good. The only thing I say about the Flyers that I keep thinking about every time I see a Cole Caulfield highlight, I go, "Oh, you could have had that guy. You just had to take Cam York." Star taking it all the way. Again, man, whatever you say. Cowboys have the overall edge against the Eagles 3-1 in the playoffs. Okay, do you hang banners for that? Like everything that Cowboys fans say to talk shit on the Eagles, you don't hang banners for. We have a better quarterback. We came back 21-0. We have the head-to-head overall record of all time. Like you don't hang banners for that. Like we all know, all 45 people that are watching this right now, everybody knows it crushed you. The last 7 years have crushed you. You've watched the Eagles become the gold standard. I can tell the Eagles have not traded their best defensive player because he wanted, dare I say, a raise. They didn't do that. The Eagles actually like extend their players. You have a horrible ownership. Horrible. He runs his team like a damn plantation. Oh, you're lucky to be on the Dallas Cowboys. Don't you know how great you are to be on the Dallas Cowboys? Eagles are like, hey, you had a great season. We'll reward you with an extension. We'll reward you with a restructured contract. Instead, you get Micah Parsons, who's like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm the best player on the team right now. I'm getting tried. Trade me. Like, you won't give me an extension? They did the same thing with CeeDee Lamb. They made CeeDee Lamb sweat out an extension. They do this with like all their players, sweating out an extension. So, yeah, I mean, the last 7, probably the last 10 years, if you're a Cowboys fan, have gutted you. And then you come on and make yourself feel better in a live right now to trying to talk shit, failing at it. And, we're all just kind of like, okay. You're like the little cousin at the Christmas party that's like, I could beat you up. And you're like, oh, cool. Awesome. Like, go Birds. 5 Super Bowl. Again, 5 Super Bowls. When was the last one? Like, no one gives a fuck. No? You can talk about the 5 Super Bowls you had, the last one coming in 95. And I'll talk about the one that I witnessed less than a year ago. Last 7 years have crushed you, Robert. You're dead inside. I'm shocked that you have enough energy to like just go like this right now. It's adorable that you're trying. But, and like, again, like people are like, oh, like he goes on Super Bowl. You're dead inside. You're dead inside. None of this makes you feel better. None of it. We all know it. Like, none of it makes you feel better. The fact that you have the best overall record, the fact that the Eagles have 2 Super Bowls in the last whatever year, because you know what matters? The Eagles won the last Super Bowl, and the Eagles won one before that. Like 2 Super Bowls in 7 years. I'm sorry. I don't think anybody on here cares about what happened with the Eagles in the 1950s, 1960s, when Roger Staubach was alive. Like, I could go through the list of things that weren't around the last time. I don't even think Epstein Island was around the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl. But again, you come on here to try to like make yourself feel better when you aren't getting ready for a playoff game. Correct or not? Remind me. I don't know ball. So correct me. Are the Cowboys getting ready for a playoff game right now? Let me go check. No. Did the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl last year? Let me check. No. Did the Cowboys go to the Super Bowl year before? No. Did the Cowboys arguably trade their best player? Yes. Like, if it makes you feel better that the Cowboys have the 5 Super Bowls, and the last one coming 30 fucking years ago, more power to you. I can just tell you it's 30 and counting. So I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna charge my phone. All of you except these like lazy ass Cowboys fans. What's taking the Eagles so long to catch up? But again, you're dead inside. You're dead inside. I don't even know how you're talking shit. Like, you're a bantamweight talking up to a heavyweight right now. You are a fan of an eliminated team. Fuck, I might even stay on. You're a fan of an eliminated team. The only thing you have from this past season is a come-from-behind win, 21-0. That's the only thing. And I'm pretty sure they don't hang banners for that. You have a very overpriced stadium. You have a wizened great-grandpa of an owner that looks like a lost old man with dementia at a bus stop smashing tapioca pudding, who runs his team like it's 1980s. Like, you don't have room to talk. Seahawks gangs here. Travis is cool. Seahawks won a Super Bowl. Let's go through like just the litany of teams that have won a Super Bowl since the last time Dallas won a Super Bowl. This could be fun. All right. The Eagles, twice. They won one. Denver, Green Bay, Giants won a few. Oh, man. Hey, you guys are as good as the Browns, though. They haven't won one, but the Ravens have won a few. Oh, God. Who else? Well, the Patriots won a bunch. Like, it's a long list of teams that have won a Super Bowl since 95. But, hey, keep making yourself feel better. Both you guys that are on here trying desperately, Robert and the other guy, it's a triple M, to talk shit, like, it's pathetic. It's honestly pathetic that you are on here after watching your team get eliminated last week. Thanks to an Eagles win, you got eliminated. Thanks to a Birds win, you're not going to the playoffs. 1, 2, 3, Cancun again. Like it is every year for you guys. You can't even be the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's the pathetic thing. You can't even be the team that just gets the playoffs and then gets waxed. You don't even get to the playoffs. Like, this is just sad. I'm a huge MMA fan. Huge MMA fan. And there was this rivalry between these two guys, Colby Covington and Kamaru Usman. And it culminated in Kamaru Usman hitting Colby Covington so hard it broke his jaw. Kamaru Usman ends up winning the fight. They had a rematch. And every time Colby Covington tried to talk shit, Kamaru Usman would look at him and go, I broke your face. And that's how I feel right now. I'm talking down many, many rungs to Cowboys fans, but it's like, when are you going to learn? Like, this is sad. It's pathetic. How many teams have won 3 Super Bowls in 4 years? How old are you? Were you even alive? You know, this app wasn't alive. This phone, this technology that we're using wasn't alive. Hell, the internet was like in its infancy. There was no streaming services. Like, and Usman just has cardio, but he finished Colby Covington and he knocked Masvidal the fuck out. But anyway, that's not the point. Like, we could go through it. YouTube, not around. The president was Clinton. You know, there might be some countries right now that weren't a country in 95. That's how long ago it was. So I just think this is adorable, man. Like, you're trying desperately to point out all the shit that happened 30 or more years ago. 30 or more. And you're trying to talk shit on the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions. Let me repeat that because you haven't heard that in a while. 30 years. You haven't heard this. The reigning, defending Super Bowl champions. And you're trying to talk shit when you haven't been relevant in 30-something years. You haven't been to the dance. You realize that the Cowboys haven't been to the NFC Championship game since then? You know who has? The fucking Commanders. The Commanders have been more relevant than your team. The Commanders. Let that sink in. I'll repeat it because it just seems like you're just a little hard, you know? It's not clocking to you. The Commanders, the pathetic excuse of a franchise, accidentally got themselves to an NFC Championship game before you guys could get back. With Dak and CD and, you know, the offensive line and Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and, oh God, Jim Jones is probably there somewhere. All of that. The Commanders accidentally found their way. I mean, like, it's just sad, my guy. It's pathetic that you are on here desperately trying to make yourself feel better and getting worked. I'm 10-7 you. It's not a 10-8. I'm 10-7 on all the scorecards. All of them. Philly fans are pathetic. Sure, whatever, man. Whatever you say. Like, Cowboys fans just like desperately trying to be relevant. The most relevant you've been is probably in this live. It is 13-0 Birds. Whoever asked for the score. And the thing is, like, Triple M, like, you're gonna get off of this, and immediately you're gonna have to do draft prep. And that's something that I don't have to do. That's something that Bills fans don't have to do. The Bears fans don't even have to do it this year. They're so used to it. Like, they're preconditioned to just hit January and do draft prep. They don't have to do it this year. You do. Again. Can't wait. Can't wait to see what, like, you know, cornerback you guys take in round 1. It's gonna be fun. And that's I think one of my favorite things about this whole conversation is that I'm looking forward to the playoffs. You're looking forward to April at the draft. So Eagles D is legit. Eagles D is carry them. Keep crying. That's the funny part about interactions on the internet is when you start winning, and obviously, like, as I said, I've been 10-7ing this pathetic piece of shit. But when you start winning, immediately they just revert to, like, keep crying. Like, bro, I'm not the one who's team hasn't won anything in 30 years. Like my team won. I don't know what I'm crying about. You're pathetic. Like you're a fucking loser because you're on here and you are a fan of a team that's not going to the playoffs, a fan of a team that got eliminated by my team, and you're on here watching my live. Like you don't have a live. You don't have a live to go to because no Cowboys fans are doing lives right now because no one gives a fuck about the Cowboys because they got eliminated. That's pathetic. Like your life is pathetic right now. You have to understand that. Your life is sad. That you're spending your time right now going like, well, I don't have a meaningful game to get ready for because I'm a Cowboys fan and my team hasn't won in 30 years. Let me go find an Eagles fan to try and troll and fail. Like, I'm sunning you. Like, you're a little boy right now. And I know they're trying. They're trying to rage, but it's like, it's just sad. Like, I don't like the rage bait to me. If it happens, I usually will ignore it in terms of like if it actually is like meaningful rage bait. But in this instance, like it is pathetic. Like you try to get through to these people because they're sick in the head. They really don't understand that like this is pathetic. The Bills kind of playing. How old I'm 36. I almost forgot. I'm big mad. Sure, bud. I'm totally. I'm big mad. You're big sad. And by sad, I mean this life that you have had as a Cowboys fan because it is sad. 13-0 Eagles up. Yep. Bills are playing defense. That's about it. Yeah, I mean both offenses. I mean the weather's clearly having an effect. Jalen Hurts is born, went to high school, college, got drafted, won a ring, and that Aiden. I've seen that before, but that's that's probably the best point that I haven't made. I'm out. You don't know shit. That's fine. See you. I'm not gonna miss you. I won't. I can say this. Payoso, I've forgotten more about ball than you know, because only one of us between me and you has been getting paid for our sports takes for 15 years, and it's not you. So, deuces, my guy. Have a good one. Not gonna miss you. You're 36. You don't know shit. Sorry. My parents didn't have sex earlier for your benefit, I guess. I love Philly too. I'm here. No live feed. No, I just do this. Sorry. Never seen the light of day against the Eagles. I actually don't think he's played all that poorly. Like, he's made some really nice throws, considering the rain conditions. Unfortunately, I'm an Eagles fan, so fortunately, but he had that Looney Tunes like fumble. Can you tell these Buffalo fans to get off, get back? Wait, no, I don't mind the Buffalo fans. I like them. They can stay. They're cool. He hasn't beat the Eagles in his career. I am watching the game. Yep. They're about to start it off. Bills will get the ball. 13-0. There's only been one touchdown. They're showing the stats right now. Are the Bears legit? I mean, they looked legit against the Birds, but the Birds were in the middle of a 3-game losing streak. I think they're legit enough to they can win a playoff game. They're on the up and up. I mean, what you've seen from Ben Johnson, and I'm not talking just from like the Bears standpoint, but what you've seen from Ben Johnson from the Lions standpoint has earned that man Coach of the Year and then some. Because he left, it's a really good return. He left the Lions and they look lost. And he goes to the Bears, who were horrible last year, and he's got them in the playoffs. And credit to Ryan Poles too, because Ryan Poles hired the right guy. He loaded up his quarterback with weapons. I mean, they are loaded with weapons. And then this past offseason, he started rebuilding the offensive line. Go Birds, Alex. Go Birds, always and forever. Yeah, Luka, Saquon's fine. All right, holding. So that's coming back. Yeah, Saquon was back. Saquon was on the last drive before the half. He did. He limped off, but that was before the drive. He came back. He looks fine. All right. What time is it? 6:03. I got a hockey game at 8, and I'm not making it. There's no way that I'm gonna make it in time. Good tackle actually by Dory Jackson. You don't say that very often. Yo, Erin Andrews is out here dressed up like she is about to do a dance up battle in 1996. Like, who? Why is she wearing all black like that? She looks like she's about to attend a Public Enemy concert. I never really saw it with her. Uh oh, I missed a Grossi read. What's up, everybody? So, for those that don't know, I'll tell it after this play. Good tackle. Um, that's awesome. Yeah. So, what are we talking about? I was going off on Cowboys fans. So, I have a YouTube channel, and I was having trouble, not trouble, but like it's a very arduous process to get monetized on YouTube. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, and getting the subscribers is the hardest part by far. Like getting people to click a button. And this streamer named Grossi, who's a Packers fan, he just started sending people my way. Like I don't know why. I thanked him on Instagram. I sent him a DM, but he just started sending people my way out of nowhere. And it got me over the threshold of 1,000 subscribers, so I could monetize the sports channel. But it's become like this normal thing now of like the Grossi posse like popping into my YouTube feed during the breaks, I guess. But yeah, he's all reports. He's a great guy, does a lot of charity work and stuff. But they're a huge. Well, he's a huge reason of why I ended up getting monetized on YouTube for the sports channel. My movie channel's been monetized for years, but the sports one just got monetized last week. So, but they're the first time it happened, it threw me completely off because um I was on I hopped off at halftime and all of a sudden it was like raid. And I just thought I was getting spammed because when I worked in sports radio, we would have that happen all the time. We would just get spammed by like OF bots. And I was like, nah, it's cool. Like I just need people, on here. And then they all alerted me, like, no, they were sent by this guy. And I've never talked to him. He just wanted to help me out because he felt, I guess, bad for me. But yeah, so that's cool though. 13-0 by the way, 4th and 1. You figure the Bills will punt. So yeah, that's the story that happened last week. That was cool. And I was on another tab on my computer and completely missed it, but this time. But let me go. Let me do this. Let me go on here. Yep, they punted. Okay. What we got? Anybody else? Z. So if you go to the link in my bio, you'll find the YouTube channel. Believe it or not, before I got monetized, I would plug it like crazy in these lives. Like it was annoying. I was annoyed by myself because I've always hated the guy who's like, hey, click that follow button. It's like everybody knows what the follow button is. If I want to follow you, I will. And I'm always somebody who's like, oh, you want me to follow you? Oh, okay, cool. I'm not gonna follow you. So I hated doing it, despised it, but it was the easiest way to funnel people to try to get to the monetization threshold. But there's a link in my bio. You can find it like that. It's a Linktree link, and there's the sports channel. I'll put up a video after this regarding just thoughts on the game, and then I'll see if I can make this hockey game. I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. And then the movie channel, there's a link in there too. But let me thank everybody in this. Yeah. All right. Wait. What do we got here? Nolan Smith. Yep. So I did a TikTok about this about a year ago, but I'll do it quick because it's a commercial break. So I was out in Vegas for a music festival called When We Were Young, and the Eagles were playing the Giants, and it was October. And me and my buddy were watching the Eagles game before we headed over to the concert because of the time difference. And my buddy was like, "Oh, Nolan Smith finally did something." And I looked at him like, "That was rude." And he goes, "Well, and he starts kind of making excuses. And he covers sports for a living, so like we're two people that because we get paid to do it, we're like we think we know everything. I'm more honest about myself. Like I'll say I don't know ball, but he thinks he knows ball because he's the guy who wins fantasy football championships in our league anyway. So he started talking shit to Nolan Smith, and I was like, dude, like you can't hold his rookie year against him. He had Sean Desai as his defensive coordinator, and then Matt Patricia. Like he's like, well, no, it just didn't look good. Blah blah blah. He starts talking a little more shit, right? It was like backhanded compliments. And it got to the point where Nolan Smith started making play after play. He had a Christmas party a year ago, and I specifically ordered this jersey just so I could show up and be like, "Go fuck yourself," like because he's playing well now. And we got a picture. It was fun, right? We're boys, but yeah. I mean, it's one of I love Nolan Smith. I mean, any interview you hear about Nolan Smith, and he just like it's always like I just want to fucking hit somebody. Like I'm gonna run through somebody. So I love his attitude. Good run by Saquon. Saquon's had a lot of really good runs this game. So I loved his attitude coming in, but I just wanted to make sure like he could actually play a little bit. And when he started making plays, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna order his jersey and then show up at Charlie's place and force him to look at it. And so I have this. I have what do I think of the Packers? I think the Packers are a good team. They're not great. I think Matt LaFleur is not a really good head coach. But yeah, I have this. I have a Jordan Mailata. I have a Nick Foles from his first go around with the Birds, actually. And then a Dawkins. And then last week I wore Trent Cole. Really good run. Really good run by Saquon, but the holes are opening up for him. So yeah, last week I wore Trent Cole and it was like very, very wrinkled. And that was the entire chat. It wasn't like this Triple M guy trying very hard to get my attention. It was nothing but like, bro just got that out of the closet. Bro just got that out of the hamper. Like it was funny. Yeah. So Z, when I got the Dawkins one, so I bought a Kiko Alonso jersey because I loved Kiko when he was in Buffalo. And when they made that trade, I was like, Birds just got their linebacker for a decade. Boy, was I wrong. And so I got a Kiko Alonso jersey, and obviously that failed. And then I needed a new one. And I got a Carson Wentz, but I also got a Dawkins because I was like, if Carson Wentz flames out, like I can at least have a jersey where I can wear at any point. Carson Wentz one was good for a couple of years there, but he ended up flaming out. Hello, I'm a Patriots fan watching the Eagles and Bills, hoping your team beats the Bills. We're on the same page. I mean, I'm not a Patriots fan, but yeah, you're not the only one. There's a lot of Patriots fans that stop by, and I don't know. They must have been not on the same page with that throw. All right, 2nd and 10. Other than that, Jalen's been pretty accurate for the most part in this game. That was like one that was just not good. There was a throw to Goddard in the end zone that was way off. Other than that, I like also they've had him under center a little bit more. Either they bottled that the fuck up. I want my team to win. You guys are cheating. That's all we do. That's all we do is cheat. You're not trying if you ain't cheating. It's nice to see the two rivals hate on one team. I agree. It's nice. Nice change of pace. I actually love Boston. I was up there for a music concert. What other concerts are there? I was up there for a concert back in March, and I didn't get a chance to like really explore the city, which sucked. I had something to do that prevented me from doing that. He's not gonna be able to get this off. Just good job, just throwing that away. Really good job. 3rd and 12. The Eagles will punt. Jalen had nothing. Ooh, Fred Johnson is pissed. He is livid. That's the angriest I've ever seen Fred Johnson. I don't know what he's mad about though. I mean, he just got run over. That's probably what he's mad about. He got run over. Eagles, little team still. Cool. Yep, whatever you say, bud. Get that. Oh my god, what a punt. What a punt. Wow. That was. How is it a touchback? There's no way that's a touchback. They'll challenge that. Yeah, it doesn't even close to a touchback. It's a yard short of a touchback. How do you even make that argument? What was he doing? What was the Oh my god, you idiot. Dude. All right, whatever. That's such a small game of inches gaff. Yeah. All right. Credits to the line judge on that. Who you got going to the Super Bowl in the AFC? Well, shit. I had the Ravens going before the season started, and that ain't gonna happen. So, I don't know if you want to listen to me on that topic. I was totally wrong on that. Yeah, 65 yards for it's the fact that it was sitting there too. That's a bad job. Uh, it's got this movie has 92% Rotten Tomatoes. This monkey movie, this like killer ape primate has 92% Rotten Tomatoes. Jesus. Been a couple of misses this game, but the refs are doing a good job. Yeah, I haven't had a problem with the refs for the most part. Like that was a really good call. That I was like, how in the world do you miss that? And then they slow it down. It's like, oh, yeah, I guess that's why. Because I'm on my couch, they're there. By the way, I did see that primate movie. I saw it back in October, and it's exactly what you expect. It's like 4 hot girls getting terrorized by a rabid pet monkey. And it's gory at times, and you know exactly where it's going. And yeah, it's gonna have like 16-year-olds sneaking in the movies. Go Birds, Brandon, go Birds, as always. So yeah, if you're like a horror fan, I guess I was like, all right, it's fine. I'm just surprised that's 92%. I didn't think it was the most creative, uh, movie I've ever seen. What else we got? Would you still be an Eagles fan if y'all were 3-12? Yeah, I mean, I'm from here, so I don't really have a choice. Yeah, I was still here watching when Mike McMahon was the quarterback. Actually, I remember the Mike Kafka like Sunday night game and thinking like, oh, Andy's gonna do it again. Because Eagles fans had this. Are you talking about would I be doing it live? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm watching the game anyway, so I probably would be. But there was that stretch where like the Eagles thought that Andy Reid could turn anyone into like a 3rd-round pick because he did it with AJ Philly, and Mike Kafka was one of those guys. Like, oh, he's gonna turn this quarterback in Northwestern into like a 2nd or 3rd-round pick, and then Mike Kafka proved why he was a 6th-round pick. I'm sure you can probably add some to it. Y'all really should be 20-0 because of that no call. Yeah, I mean, in the moment, I'm like, why did he try to do that on one-handed? And then they show the replay, and it's like, geez, he was great. You're right. It's a walk-in touchdown. Cook should be Offensive Player of the Year. Yeah, I wouldn't have a problem if Cook got it for sure. He's having an unbelievable year. Former Temple great Ray Davis is in the backfield now for the Bills. He was really good for Temple for a couple of years. Oh, a lot of pressure. Good job by Josh Allen to dump that off. Really good job. Go Birds. Braden, go Birds. How's your fantasy? Haven't been relevant since week 8, but thank you for asking. Yeah, no, I got worked again. My team is loaded with Jalen Hurts, Saquon, Dallas Goedert. Eagles D looked all right, but I mean, for the majority of the season, all those guys have fantasy wise have underperformed. So thus my team didn't do well. I was carried a couple weeks there by Jackson Smith and Jigba, but other than that, trash. All right, 1st and 10, rush. I'll tell you what, to the person that said that James Cook deserves Offensive Player of the Year, and I said I wouldn't have a problem with it, but the Eagles have done a really, really, really good job bottling them up, which I'm not shocked by because their defensive line is great. They have Jalen Carter back healthy-ish. He's going to have to get work done in the offseason on the shoulders. But, you add in Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, and those are 2 massive guys to run through up the middle there. So Hurts the system quarterback, whatever you say. Pick six would be great right now. All right, second and 9. Just throws it away. All right, good pressure. Vic Fangio's had a really, really good game plan for the Bills today. Really good game plan. Bills ain't got no threat at wide receiver. It is amazing, Gone Girl, how they had um they had Stephon Diggs, right? And then they let him go. And obviously, you see, like Stephon Diggs has become like the quarterback whisperer. Like, oh, you have a young quarterback that needs to elevate his game. Just go get Stephon Diggs. Guess didn't really work for CJ Stroud last year, but certainly worked for Drake May this year. But yeah, I mean, they take Keon Coleman in round 1, and he's been horrible. Funny dude, but horrible. I mean, yeah, when your best wide receiver option is probably Dalton Kincaid, and he's your tight end, which you know but that also speaks to how good Josh Allen has been. I mean, that he's been able to make these guys look like pretty damn good wide receivers. Like I don't think Khalil Shakir is anything to write home about, but our defense is killing it. Yeah, they look really good, Heather. They look really, really good. All right. Like it would be interesting to see like Josh Allen with like an elite wideout. Oh, good sack launch. Let's go, Moro Jomo. I love Moro Jomo. I fucking love Moro Jomo so much. Like Howie does not get enough credit for that find in round 7. I mean, Milton Williams leaves, gets the bag from the Patriots, and they just plug him in with Moro Jomo and don't really miss a beat. All right, second and 18. Bill should take KC Conception in the draft. I would be lying if I said I've watched any college football that isn't Temple University. So that could very well be a made-up player. I'm sure it's not, but my point is like I didn't follow college football very much. I don't start getting ready for draft prep until March ish. I used to be heavy into it. Like in high school, me and my buddy wrote like a draft Bible for I think the 06 or 07 draft. We did a couple. We did 06 and 07. We might have done 05 too, but like the big Bible was like 07. I used to be so heavy into it. And then, I just don't have enough bandwidth at this point. 2 kids and my other side gig, job, whatever you want to call it. Get them. All right. Their pass rush has been great. Like Josh Allen does not be comfortable at all this game. 36. Yeah, welcome back, bud. Welcome back. 36. Had a girl on a plane tell me that I looked 27. I had that going for me. So, I think I could have said any age and you'd be laughing. So, Bill should trade for Justin Jefferson. I'm sure Justin Jefferson wants out after playing a season with JJ McCarthy. You do look young. Yeah, she kind of Uno reversed it though, Luke. She said, I didn't give her my because I feel like when people are like, oh, how old do you think I am? Immediately, like if I say that and you think I look 40 and I say, well, how old do you think I am? Like to make me feel better, you're gonna bump it down probably like 3 years. So instead of doing that, when she asked how old I was like 36. And she's like, really? And I went, yeah. And she's like, I would have guessed like 27. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then she told me I look like Alan from The Hangover. And I was like, I wasn't prepared for that. And I did a whole TikTok on this actually. But I pulled up the picture of Zach Galifianakis. I was like, I look like this fucking guy. And she's like, yeah, Zach Galifianakis, but like skinnier. And I was like, you were not friends anymore. Me and you are not friends. She's getting married in like 3 days. Now that I think about it. Ashlyn in Jersey. If you know Ashlyn in Jersey, shout out to her. Her and her hubby are getting married in 3 days. So I sat next to her on our way to Vegas for the bachelorette trip. But she was cool up until that point. At that point, we became mortal enemies. But you can't Uno reverse me and tell me I look 9 years younger and then go, oh, by the way, you look like the dude with the satchel. And she wasn't even drinking on the plane. Like, it'd be one thing if she was like shit faced. I was like, let's just make sure you're not thinking about like Bradley Cooper. But shit, I would have taken Ed Helms. Or Doug, the guy who was missing. Shit, I would have taken Black Doug. I might have even taken Mr. Chow. The one guy in that movie you don't want to be compared to is Zach Galifianakis. She was like, "Yeah, you look like a skinnier version of him." I was like, "Damn, that hurts. That hurts me to my core." But whatever. I mean, I did work in sports radio, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason I didn't work in sports TV. Yeah, face for radio. So, what time is it? 6:24. I keep thinking that I have a shot at making this hockey game, and I realistically know I do not. Bills pick 6 is coming. I don't know. I mean, this might be a game where it's just one turnover does it. I think if the Bills end up, I'll put it. I would be surprised if Jalen Hurts throws a pick because he just doesn't do it very often. And that's the beautiful thing about Jalen Hurts is that Chargers game. He got a season's worth of picks out in that one game. So I know everyone was like, "Oh my God, it's the worst game," and he didn't play well. There's no denying it. He played horribly. But even after you throw 4 interceptions, and then you look and you're like, "Damn, he's 20th in the league." You know what I mean? He was still one of the lower quarterbacks in terms of turnovers. He usually just doesn't turn the ball over. So hopefully you're wrong. Somebody asked what my tattoo said. As he drops back to throw, you almost had your pick. Stop saying that stuff. It is. It says the devil and God are raging inside me, which is the name of my favorite album. I do follow NHL. I'm in a very competitive fantasy hockey league actually, which I'm doing well in. But yeah, love hockey. Go Birds. How the hell did Jordan Davis on it? I don't know, Paul. And let me tell you, as president of the Jordan Davis Haters Club, guy who literally was making YouTube videos saying how Jordan Davis was a bust and it's fine. I don't know how he didn't make it. He's playing at a Pro Bowl level. He's been better than Jalen Carter this season. And I know Jalen Carter's been injured, but he's been way better. What a catch by Devontae Smith. Is there a wide receiver in the league that high points the ball better than Devontae Smith? Because that little skinny dude just gets up and is so good at high pointing the ball. What a catch. Let's make sure that didn't hit the ground when he brought it back, when he spun. Just being careful here. No, he got it. Yeah, he's a little banged up. I think hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him. Oh, fuck, I was worried about this. They're going to take a look at it. They're going to see if the ball hit when he came back down with it. I thought he got it, but I was worried about it. Okay, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. That's not standing up. That's not holding up. That is not holding up at all. My friend started. Then your friend's probably losing. Yeah, ball hit the ground. Yeah, I was worried about that in the initial replay. I was like, shit, that might have hit the ground. This is an interesting video that they're starting off with Abdul Carter, who has not been very good this season. Has anyone watched the Hard Knocks? Has anyone watched the Hard Knocks on the NFC East? Because I did a whole video for my YouTube channel. I've been recapping the episodes, thinking that you could glean something from it, especially as an Eagles fan. And I was so disappointed in this last week because they did not cover Jake Elliott's misses as his field goals, and then they covered Abdul Carter, and they did it in a way of oh, he's turning the corner, and I was like, this show has become kind of propaganda-ish, borderline unwatchable when it comes to, and it's been like that for a while. I'm talking even the off-season Hard Knocks when they did the training camp. It's no longer good. It's let's try to make you believe that chicken shit is chicken salad. Wasn't a catch. I don't think it was a catch either, Luke. My dad and I are in the new episode of Hard Knocks. Are you really? That's pretty cool. It should be a flag. I don't think it should be a flag. Oh, you're talking like a hit on the quarterback? Yeah, I think he'll be okay. Acadia, I think I said her name right. We're in the crowd. The Eagles. Oh, that's cool. Did you guys do like the whole like Leo thing of like? There we are. I went to Eagles Commanders game in DC. God, probably 10 years ago, maybe. And man, that stadium was bad. But I did have a crab dip pretzel. It was like $37, but damn, it was good. Yeah, incomplete. Yeah. I mean, I understand the call. Still, great job to high point it. The two plays that like aren't in the stat sheet that I've been really impressed with are Devontae Smith high pointing the ball right there, and then Cooper DeJean bowling the offensive lineman over before he went for the fumble that ended up just not being a fumble. But the presence of mind to do that, I was so impressed with that. All right. I'll tell you what, the play calling this game looks different. They've been mixing in under center. Now he's in shotgun. What do we got? Damn, did Brady just say it should have stayed? I don't know what Brady was talking about in that one. Keep in mind, that was a quarterback. This makes me happy that I play a sport indoors. They're making Devontae Smith leave the game for a play? Oh, I guess because he was helped up off the field. So I guess that makes sense. Huge blow, though. I mean, 3rd and 10. He's a go-to wide receiver. Lucky thing, though, when you're an Eagles fan is that if Devontae Smith leaves for a play, you still have A.J. Brown, Dallas Goedert, Saquon out of the backfield. I'll even throw – I mean, Jahan Dotson's looked okay in the limited times that he's been throwing the ball this season. All right. All right, come on. No, they'll punt. 4th and 10. He had nothing. Even if he did, even if he hit A.J. Brown, he would have been 2 yards short. If there's one criticism, I brought this up every live. If there's one criticism I have with Jalen Hurts is that on a 3rd down play, he has no idea where the sticks are. Like, not a clue. 3rd down play, he's like, oh, you need 10? I'm going to throw it 8. Oh, you need 8? Throwing it 6. And it's like that every week this season. And that's another example. They needed 10 yards. He threw 8. Terry, yeah. That's the sad part is I see that and I immediately go, that's not a catch. And I think they've gotten so particular with everything that like you're kind of right. But it sucks because we're against the Birds. But if you're a Bills fan on here, you're thrilled. Oh, good song. Good song. Bills suck. So this to Houston. Wait, the Bills sucked. So this to Houston. No, I thought the ball hit the ground when he came down with it. What I hate is like an example would be like the play in the Super Bowl with Zach Ertz, where he catched it, he turned on the field, he breaks the plane, and they took 45 minutes to review it. Like, what are we talking? That's not a fumble. Like, you're asking if that's a catch or not? Like, that drives me nuts. Are we officially? No, we're not. I was going to ask if we're officially in like the Fox part of the season where they start promoting shows that nobody will watch. But this does look like a show that no one's going to watch. Yeah, that looks terrible. I'm a Pats fan. I'm rooting for the Eagles. You are not the only one, Kathy, but welcome. What was it? Yeah, I'm absolutely thrilled. That wasn't a catch. Luke, I understand. Hold on for one more day. Hold on for a while. I'm gonna have Wilson Phillips stuck in my head now for the rest of this day. 634. What do we got? Cleveland Browns win today. I haven't looked at this. Okay, did they win? Or are you asking if they won? I saw Adam Schefter's thing about like 20 years ago, Aaron Rodgers played Deion Sanders. Now he's playing Shadur Sanders, and that's pretty crazy. Whether you like Aaron Rodgers or not, the career length is, and it's even more impressive when you figure he sat his first 2 years. I mean, when you factor that in, 13-6, Jesus. There you go. Like the Steelers are just that team. The Steelers are the team. They're good. They're good every year. They're good enough to just get in. They'll get in the playoffs. They're not going to do anything in it. Like you lose to the Browns in a barn burner, apparently, of 13-6. Although I'm watching a game right now of 13-0, so I don't really have a lot of room to talk. But all right, second down. Myles Garrett, no sacks. He's so good. You know what? And like when you think about, there hasn't been a ton of them, but it's a shame that Joe Thomas's career was just ruined by going to Cleveland. Hall of Fame career, just never competed for a damn thing. And then Myles Garrett is trending towards that path. You just hope that he can like eventually get out of there at some point. Because he's too good. He's too good to just be like withering away. That's the first time that Josh Allen has really had solid protection, and he couldn't connect. Third down. Hold on for one more day. I know that there's pain, but hold on for one more day. Break free from the shit. God damn it! I wasn't thinking I'd be all Wilson Phillips up. All right, let's go. 3rd and 10. It's to the point where you feel like if the Eagles could just get a stop and a touchdown. No, there's no flag on that. He got turned. How is there? That is late as fuck. He got turned around on that. How is that a flag? Show me the replay on how that's a flag. He got turned around. He turned around for the ball. I guess the hand on the hip. Oh, that's not good. That's good coverage. How is that a flag and the one on AJ Brown wasn't a flag? That's I guess the tug there. Yeah, if you show the tug, okay, I can hear the argument. I can understand it a little bit more. I still think it's close, but whatever. Go Birds, Amber. What up, girl? Yeah, I mean that's a little bit. It went from like a horrible call to like, okay, I can kind of understand that. Break free from the chain. I know that there's pain, but hold on for one more day. All right. All right, 2nd and 7. 13-0. Not more good pressure. He got hit. He caught that? Yo. At some point, you just got to tip your cap. That is a hell of a catch. That is an incredible catch. I mean, great throw, too. Oh, that's really good coverage. Did that hit the ground? Show me the other side of that. No. No, it did hit the ground. They should challenge that. Fuck. They should have challenged that, and that's why they rushed that play because that absolutely hit the ground. He did not keep that off the ground. That was a Devontae Smith 2.0. That came down. That hit the ground right there. Quinion Mitchell's body forced that on the ground. If they show another angle of it, you can see it. That's why they rushed that play to the line. Right there, that hit the ground. You can't see it from that angle, but it's not going to matter. They got the play off. But if they, I'm telling you, if they show a reverse angle of that, that hit the ground, and that's the only reason why all of a sudden the Bills rush to the line to get that play off, which smart on them. Good job, good tackling, good tackling. Way to keep him out of the end zone. Steelers get Ben Johnson, Lions get Mike Tomlin. You have an echo. I'm sorry, Bree. I don't know what to do about that. You're the first person to bring it up. I'm not calling you a liar, but I don't know why that is the case. Should I bet 2K on the Eagles? But I bet $5 and I'm living and dying. I no. Don't put that on me. Good tackle. All right. 4th down. That's a huge stop. Marcus Epps out here making plays. Balling out. Who thought that Marcus Epps would be sitting here making goal line plays after goal line plays? What a tackle. All right, if you're Buffalo, do you go for it? Because I would just take the points personally. A lot of football left, but no, they're going for it. 4th and goal. All right. All right, here we go. 4th and goal. I feel a Josh Allen scramble. He's got nothing. He's got nothing. Did he get in? I thought he got in. He's short. They're going to check on that. I thought initially he got in, but that was so close. I didn't see a replay of that. I was kind of right, though. It was a scramble. Yeah. That is like 3 blades of grass short. Wow. Oh my God. That is legitimately like 3 blades of grass short. Zach Bond saving plays. Great effort by Josh Allen. Because initially he wanted to throw the ball, and the Eagles had great coverage. Great coverage. I don't think the refs are going to give him a touchdown. I think they would have if the refs were going to give him a touchdown, they would have called a touchdown. And then when you review it, the initial play on the field would have stayed. But they can't do that. Wow, they're going to push it out of the end zone. This would be great if they do a fake here, and just to piss off Sean McDermott. And they don't, but they at least get some breathing room. All right, don't hate that play call at all. Player safety, though. Oh, my God, Sean McDermott, the player safety. Look, everybody's injured. Pets' heads are falling off. Player safety, Sean. Oh, hearts and prayers go out to all those players that were injured on that play, Sean McDermott. How about the fact that Josh Allen did a pump fake and he got 2 eagles in the air? But again, great. Like, the MVP this game right now is Vic Fangio. Again, the Eagles are like, I don't want to say I don't think in this game they've been carried by their defense. Like in some games they have been. Because I don't think their offense has played horribly this game, all things considered. But their defense has been lights out this game. And that's really why I think the Eagles have a chance, I guess, in the playoffs. But I don't think Jalen Hurts has played poorly. Saquon's had some really good runs there. But yeah, exactly. It's a slip and slide. I mean, it is tough to get footing and stuff. So, like, all things considered, I think the offense has played good. I would have liked to see them under, like, better conditions, but, you know. All right. So it'll be 3rd and 6. All right, here we go. Pass rush. Good job by Jalen Hurts to avoid that, but he's just gonna slide. All right, punt team. Man, they were not ready for that blitz at all. Which I don't know how you're not ready for the blitz on that. Tyler Steen can't get out there in time? No way. No. Stop. Tyler Steen couldn't get out and protect in time? Shocking. Blown away. Yeah, I'm not going to show the game. Sorry. I've been doing this every week. This is what you get. And every week there's somebody that's like, yo, can you show the game? And I'm like, no. So this week you're that guy. Nothing wrong with that guy, by the way. I understand the question, but no, you get my face giving you very mediocre analysis. All right, so after all that, Bills get the ball back. Thank God they re-signed Zach Ballin, right? All right. It's about to be the fourth quarter, by the way. Bills will probably run one play, and then we'll have another timeout. Yeah, Bills will run one play, and we'll get a timeout. All right, 13-0. It's just the Eagles need I feel like one more touchdown. We're good. We're set. I mean, you got to hold the Bills too. That's why not scoring before the half was so big. This game is so different if it's 17-0 than 13-0. All right, end of the third. Put your four fingers up. Not a good punt. Yeah, I mean, he was backed up, Journey, but he's had great punts all this entire game. He's not their problem. You're not wrong though. In this instance, I can't wait to see some of these January movies because January is the worst month for movies. They don't really start getting good until February, Valentine's Day. And then you'll get one good movie in Valentine's Day, but for the most part, movie studios stick their shit that they know won't do well in January because that's that month. And some of these movies look really bad. That Miss PI was a killer. I don't know how they missed it. Even in real time, you're like, something's not right about that. And I'm on my couch. The ref was right there. I'm counting the days to class. You and me both, Lemmy. Tyler Steen makes you appreciate what the Eagles have had in terms of, the Brandon Brooks of the world, obviously the Mekhi Bectons. Shit, throw Evan Mathis in there. Alan Barber. Throw Alan Barber in there. And then they get Tyler Steen. You're like, this dude's horrible. I mean, and he's the best that they have. Yeah, they desperately need a right guard, an actual right guard. Whether that's bringing Mekhi Becton back because he won't be back with the Chargers or drafting one in the first round. They need a legitimate right guard because Tyler Steen is lost. And that's the thing. Mike Sealski wrote a whole article about the tush push is dead. I'm like, the tush push isn't dead. The problem with the tush push is they don't have the offensive line they did last year. You have Tyler Steen, who's not very good. You've got Cam Jurgens, he hasn't had a good year. I mean, Fred Johnson has been in for Lane Johnson. That's the problem. And by the way, you better let those ads run, guys. For everyone on YouTube, don't be hitting skip on me. It's a commercial break. You're not missing anything. Although they're not even hearing this though, because there's an ad going on my YouTube feed. I'll tell them when they come back. It's for 211 apparently. You can download in the app. All right. How are the Bills such? I think the weather has something to do with it, Evan. I think a bigger reason why though is the Eagles defense is legit, super legit, and the Eagles defense clearly came to play today. Vic Fangio's done a really good job of mixing in the blitz. Josh Allen hasn't had a ton of time to throw, but when he does, the weather conditions have the ball is slipping all over the place. So I think that's a big reason why the Eagles defense has just shown up this game. As I say that, the Bills pick up a first down. Hey, everybody on the YouTube, you better let those ads run. All right? There was a commercial break. Don't be hitting skip. All right. I need that ad revenue. I need those pennies. So don't be hitting skip. When you see those ads, just hit mute. Wait for it to end. All right. That's where we make our money. I know the temptation is there to hit skip. I get it, but don't do it. Help your boy out. All right. First and 10 Bills handoff. I mean, the Eagles are facing the number one rushing attack, and they've done a really, really good job against the number one rushing attack. Like James Cook has had some really, really good runs in this game, but for the most part, they've been able to bottle him up for 1 to 2 yard gains, and that has put them back. Ain't pennies out of circulation now. They are, but like in terms of just digital currency, like that's what we're talking about here. Like YouTube isn't sending me a roll of pennies; it just adds up. But thank you for the question. Yeah, they are. They're done. RIP to the penny. 2nd and 8. More good. And he almost had him. Jesus. That was more good good pressure, and Josh Allen just threw a prayer up there, and he almost just missed James Cook. That was impressive. Sometimes you're just impressed by the plays that they don't make, Yeah, good wheel route. Good job by Zach Bond, by the way, to be on him. Yeah, Zach Bond being able to keep up with running backs and seemingly every week. I mean, I'll say it again. Thank God they re-signed him. All right, 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Here we go. Need to stop. Get him. He's got all day to throw. He's running for his life. He's running backwards. Oh my God, what a sack. What a sack. He took a 45-yard sack. Josh Allen, my boy, what are you doing? Oh, Haley's not going to like that. What were you thinking? He tried to Donovan McNabb it. Remember Donovan McNabb against the Cowboys on Monday Night Football when he scrambled for 14 seconds and then threw that bomb to Freddie Mitchell? He tried that. He tried. Best he could. The problem is he wasn't facing that Cowboys defense. He was facing this Eagles defense. And they just kept at it. It is 4th and 27. Speaking of Freddie Mitchell, I know it was 4th and 26, but still. Get in the end zone. Okay. All right, touchback. Man, all right. Come on, you're gonna impress that new baby of yours. Yeah, thank God. Thank God the new baby's not here. The new baby would be shaking their head. Which I said it earlier, like at the end of the day, he gets to go home to Haley Steinfeld, and I'm going to hang out with a bunch of dudes in a locker room and play stick and puck. So who's really winning in this? I think it's him. Yeah, I have a bunch of loose change around here too. I wonder if like the banks will still take it, like in a year and a half, or the banks. I guess they have to, right? They have to take pennies. And I'm just at home watching TV, single. Hey, look at us. Both just single. It's a joy. Normally during the commercial breaks, I haven't done it all video, but normally I will talk about my failed dating life. And I don't know if anyone else has dealt with this, but Mopar in the YouTube. What's going on, Mopar? How are you, my guy? I miss you in the crew. But I don't know if anyone else has dealt with this. So I'm on like all the apps, Bumble, Hinge, Tinder, Facebook dating, Farmers Only, Match.com, you name it, I'm on it. All right. And Bumble, I accidentally clicked yes for push notifications. I hate push notifications, but I accidentally clicked yes, and I'm too lazy to just like take them off. So I'll get like hey, like you have a match with somebody. And then I'll actually like go into the app and it's like, no, you don't. No, we're just fucking with you. You don't have a match. You thought you had a match? Bro, we were just messing with you. You don't have a match. You thought a human woman wanted to date you? Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. There's still no one in your little box there. Yeah, and then I have my my Bumble graveyard too of just like conversations that they just never went anywhere. Those are fun too. You talk for like a day and then it just goes nowhere. Mopar, who are you hanging with right now in the Mobar? I'm assuming you're in the Mobar at least. Maybe if the Bills O-line was good, we would be keeping up. Yeah, Drew, they have not looked good. But in fairness to the Bills O-line, and I'm assuming more than I about the Bills O line. I don't know much, but the Eagles front four is really good, like very very good. And when you add in a healthy Jalen Carter to that mix, it gets way better. Like Jalen Carter does look like a different player this week than he has all season long. Really, like he hasn't really been a factor all season long. And you factor in the shoulder injuries for that, but looks like he's way better. All right, is that Tank Bigsby? We got a little Tank time. Maybe. Yep, we already got that. No, it was Saquon. My bad. Thought it was Tank. All right, 2nd and 7, 12:30 left in the game. Eagles got the ball. Saquon has 69 yards. Cool number. Bills overrated. Yeah, I do mind maybe. I know a lot of Patriots fans are thinking that right now. Saquon again, he gets nothing. 2nd and 7 again. Go Birds and I'm sorry. Anything go Nico, go Birds, obviously. Always and forever. Got a super team. Josh Allen, I got no time. Yeah, that's the thing. He's had like no time. He's had a couple of instances where I go like, all right, he's got time to like deliver a strike or something. But for the most part, he hasn't had a ton of time to actually make plays. And not only that, the Eagles have taken away James Cook in the run game for the most part. James Cook has rattled off a few nice runs there. But for the most part, they've taken that away too. So it takes away the play action pass. You take it away. Now you're in 3rd and longs and you have to throw and bring the blitz. Jalen Hurts done a really good job of taking sacks, by the way. And I say all that and they'll be punting. But still, he's been doing a good job because the Eagles offensive line, I don't think has played exceptionally great. The coordinator reactions are great. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't blame Joe Brady for losing his mind on that. 4th and 6. I think I have a bet, and it hinges on the Eagles scoring 21 points. And I don't feel good about that bet right now. I don't feel good about it at all. Because it's just hard for me to imagine either of these teams ever scoring again. My God, they're getting so close to blocking that. Good return by Shakir. Good return. Eagles are running into each other. Man. All right. And again, the Eagles need their defense to come up big. The Eagles haven't had like a long drive to give their defense a break this entire half, which the Bills haven't either, by the way. 13-0 Julia. Eagles are winning, but neither team looks all that great. Weather conditions are terrible. It's raining like crazy. So Fields a slip and slide, ball slipping out of hands, but Eagles defense looks good. So we got that going for us. If you're an Eagles fan, if you're not, then Eagles defense looks good, unfortunately for you. You're tripping. Eagles defense looks looking good. I said that. You might not be talking to me though. Hurts sucks. 0.07. Yeah, it hasn't been a good second half. But he's been running for his life in the second half. And I thought he's done a pretty good job of evading getting sacked. And that last one was a prime example. Like he barely avoided getting sacked for that probably would have been 4th and 17, but he got the ball out. But no, I mean their offensive line is crumbling at this point. Benji has been that way all season long. Their defense has been carrying them for the most part. Early in the season, it was like their defense wouldn't show up for a half and their offense would, and their offense wouldn't show up for the half and the defense would. And then for them lately, it's been primarily their defense. Take away the last 2 games, though. The last 2 games, they played the Raiders and Commanders. Both teams have a combined, 6 wins. So you take it with a huge grain of salt. Offense looked good against really bad teams. Great. But when the Eagles have played good teams, this is kind of what you see. I do think the Eagles they've looked better in this game, though, even though there's only 13 points, as opposed to previous games they played good opponents. The previous games they played good opponents, their offense is predictable and lackluster. And in this situation, I think the offense is mixed in decent play calling. It's just a matter of they haven't really gotten the protection. In Philadelphia, we call it the Tyler Steen effect. He plays. It's tough. It's tough to watch. So Lynn, go Birds. Rufus, yep, go Birds. I think I'm saying everyone's name right. If I'm not, I apologize. We need a new offensive coordinator. I think you're going to get one for sure. I think we all are. Eagles got to win for the Texans. I let them know that. I called the Eagles up and I said, hey, D'Amico Ryans needs you. Former Eagle great, D'Amico Ryans. I love D'Amico Ryans so much. He's like such a forgotten great Eagle because he was only on the team for like 3 seasons. Good throw. But he was so effective. All right, 13-0, 10:50 left in the game. Win TS Crow. We suck. Cran, that made me laugh. But hey, keep cheering for your team. All good. I got respect for the Mafia. I feel like I was telling somebody recently, like it's hard for me not to respect fan bases like Buffalo and like Cleveland, who every year their fans continue to support when they've never gotten an ounce of ROI. Now the Bills are way different than the Browns. The Browns are just like a shit show. The Bills are like legitimately competing. But you can make an argument that might in a way be worse when you're like actually competing and you still can't get over the hump, as opposed to, yeah, I know we're not doing anything this year. Let's just get weird. The Browns, I feel like their fan base has no grandiose ideas of going to the Super Bowl. But it might be worse when like every year you just get beat by fucking Patrick Mahomes. And I thought the Bills last year, I thought they were the better team. I thought they were the better team than KC. I thought the Bills would have given the Eagles a much better game in the Super Bowl than Kansas City did. But Allen needs to be criticized. I think, I brought up earlier, I don't know if you're here for it, but I think Allen's problem, I think the whole Bills offense, the problem is the Eagles have done a really good job taking away the run and limiting the Bills to 3rd and longs. And really, I say this as an Eagles fan that has watched other teams do it to the Birds offense all season, where, they'd hand the ball to Saquon on 1st or 2nd down, and next thing you know, it's 3rd and 6, and they're in a passing down. That was a good run by James Cook. He picked up like 7. He's probably 3rd in inches. But I think the Eagles have done a really good job of that this game. And, you're on 3rd and 1 now. It's a running down. Eagles have a really good front 4. And they've been able to stop James Cook and on these like key 3rd down plays. I mean, we're three blades of grass away from this being a 13-7 game. All right, picked up the 1st down though. I'm a huge Cowboys fan, and it's very disappointing. But if people consistently talk about Dak, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, okay. Bills fans will talk about Drake May so much, but plenty of excuses for Allen. I understand that. You're always gonna want to defend, your guy for the most part. And look, let's be real. I mean, Josh Allen, Drake May. I mean, Dak's a good quarterback. He's not trash. Bills are driving though. Where are they at? I don't know if I'm making it to the end of, on TikTok at least. I don't know if I'm making it to the end of the game because my phone is at 14%. I started at 96, but normally I take halftime off, but I was just getting in it with Cowboys fans, so I couldn't stop. Couldn't help myself. We were letting this team hang around. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. And it's going to end up being a good game because you're right. It feels like a situation where Bills are to go in. Bills will score a touchdown. They'll make it 13-7. Eagles get out there. They get maybe 1 or 2 first downs, but eventually they have to punt. The Bills come back down. They have a chance to take the lead with like 2 minutes left. That's what it feels like. And the Eagles had their chances. I mean, they had a chance to go up 17-0 before the end, before the end of the half, and that didn't happen. And now the Bills are on the 9-yard line of the Birds. So, all right, but the defense has played well, like in the red zone and in crunch time, like when it matters most. So, see what happens here. Turnover be huge right now, like one of those passes where it bounced up in the air and Jesus Christ, he ran right through the middle of the gut of the defense, which they're not going to do because they're on the 2-yard line. You're not going to pass the ball. 6 minutes left, by the way. Jesus Luzardo checking in. What's up, man? How are you? You're one of like the very, very first people ever on when I started going live during games. You're one of the first people to ever check in. And I remember cracking up thinking about Jesus Luzardo sitting in the clubhouse watching a live. All right. Hurry it up, Spencer Brown. Let's go. You're fine. Suck it up. We got things to do here, bud. But Joe watching a lot, and you seem like Jade. I think I'm mostly chill for the most part. You missed it during halftime. There was like 2 Cowboys fans that just kept trying to like chirp. I was having none of it, but I try to be respectful of everybody. Yeah, like if you pop in and you're like, oh, I'm a Bills fan, like whatever, that's cool. I get it. We can all watch the game and comment on it and be friends. 6:09 left. All right. Well, bring pressure on the right side since dude's leaving with a clearly poked eye. Oh, Jesus. He got really poked in that eye. I watch a ton of UFC, and that happens all the time. Like, all the time, guys are getting poked in the eye. All right. Got to stop here. 2nd and 1. They did. They held. All right. So it'll be 3rd and 1. All right. Good job by Coop. No, I'm not going to lie. I don't talk at all, even though I'm in Dallas, because we haven't won. That's Jaden. You do it correctly. Like, as an Eagles fan, before the Eagles won a Super Bowl, like I wasn't really prone to talk shit to a ton of fan bases, But there's some people, and it's not just that. Like, there's fans like that in every. They're Browns fans that will talk shit. Oh my God, they did the tush push. They scored a touchdown. But I can't believe they did that because Sean McDermott voted against it because of player safety, but they just did it. Oh my God, crazy. Make it make sense. Sean McDermott, that rat fuck. Can't stand Sean McDermott. Well, it's about to be 13-7. So Bills are still very much alive. 5:11 left. Can't believe they did a push. Can't believe it. I mean, when is Sean McDermott going to take into effect the players and the safety of the game and all of that? That's what he championed for, was the player safety. What a liar. I'll talk trash to some Eagles friends when we play. Other than that, yeah, like I think it's if you know somebody. They blocked it. Let's fucking go. Let's go. Don't be looking at you did it. You didn't get it up, Penn Badgley. That's what my ex-wife said. Pat, you didn't get it up. Jalen Carter's had a really good game. I'm not going to include the eye poke, but that's what you get for voting against the tush push, the play that just got you a touchdown. You rat fuck. Hate him. Can't stand him. Mickey, how are you? Thoughts on Drake May's game today? Jason, I didn't see it. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I saw they won by a lot though. Yeah, Acadia, they are winning. They're 13-6 now, but that's huge. I mean, that's fucking massive. Now at least it makes it a one. instead of a touchdown putting them ahead. Oh, geez. Yeah. Okay. All right, Jason Tatum. Yeah, have yourself a day. Have yourself a day, Drake, man. I will be hand up. I did not think he would be this good. And this is an example of like, I don't know ball. I did not envision Drake May being this good. But you saw what Stephon Diggs for Josh. Yeah, I can't talk. I'm having a stroke. You saw what Stephon Diggs did for Josh Allen, and now you're seeing what Stephon Diggs is doing for Drake May. And yeah, dude's just balling the fuck out. And he can't even be like, oh, it's Mike Vrabel. Like Mike Vrabel is a linebacker. He's not an offensive minded head coach. You know what's funny though about all this is there's a pretty good chance that Josh McDaniels will get his third head coaching job, even though he's not good. Bear down. Is this? Oh yeah, Mar, you can pop in. Congrats on the division. It's big for you guys. It's cool. Car baby, I feel better that they blocked it. I figured I was talking about this earlier, probably like 5 minutes ago. It was feeling like the Bills would score, Eagles would counter with like 2 first downs, but eventually punt, and then the Bills would have a chance to go down and take the lead with like 2 minutes left. And now, at least, if that ends up happening where the Eagles have to punt, at least now, if the Bills score a touchdown, it's a tie game. But not a great start though. Saquon had nowhere to run. Nowhere to run. Yeah. What in the world is Dallas Goedert doing on that? He olayed that block. Completely olayed it. Our quarterbacks just suck. Is it safe to say you're not bad? No. I mean, shit, you beat the Eagles. That's not like an indication of whether you're good or not, but no, not bad at all. No, Ryan Poles has done a great job rebuilding that team in a quick time frame. Why are you handing the ball off there? 2nd and 13, you're handing the ball off. I guess just to kill clock, right? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that play call at all. We need that drive. They do. Let me on the YouTube. You need that like long sustained drive where you just crush them and break their will. But it's 3rd and 12. So, and the Mafia woke up. Bills Mafia is alive and well. Second half has not been great at all for the Birds. All right, 2nd and 12. Need a first down. Desperately need a first down. All right. He's got time. Oh my God, he fucking had him. It went right through Devontae Smith's hands. It went right through his hands. It went right through his fucking hands. Oh, Jesus. Did he get a piece of it? No. It literally just went right through his hands. He's the most sure-handed wide receiver on the team. And that's happened a few times this season where they've needed like a big 3rd down and like Devontae Smith has just dropped it. I'm not trying to harp on the guy, but you got to catch that ball, dude. There's no excuse. You have to catch that ball. Now the Eagles punt with 3:20 left. His hands are cold. They you know what? No lie, you're probably right. Yeah, his hands are probably frozen. You both are complete. I never thought of that. Yeah, yeah. Good on you guys for knowing ball. I don't. I never thought it considered the conditions of it's cold as shit. I would still like him to catch the ball, but that is a valid excuse. And it's raining. The ball is slippery as hell, but it's tough because he high pointed that ball earlier that ended up getting called back. And then in that particular instance, he wasn't able to pull it down. Let me correct. Olay block by Goddard. Don't know what that was. Colder, not you. Allen is slightly overrated. I think just Allen's just having a tough game. I don't think he's overrated necessarily. If this is your first time, and I'm not saying it is, but if this is your first time watching Josh Allen this season, yeah, you're not impressed at all. But he's made a couple of throws this game where I've been impressed. The reality is neither offense is playing particularly well. I mean, I think the conditions are definitely hurting both sides, but I think the Eagles defense has stepped up against the Bills when it's kind of mattered most. Turnover right now would no shit Sherlock would be massive. All right. And that's the big difference in this game is the turnover battle because the Eagles got that one and it resulted in the touchdown. Get him. Oh my god, he got cracked. He had no idea Jalen Phillips was there. No clue. I've only seen Allen play today and when they played the Pats. I don't how did he play when they played the Pats? I don't remember that at all. Let's go Eagles. I smack talk too much for us not to do anything. Yeah, I'm with you. This is like the last like good team there to play. It's a shame it's coming under these conditions. Like I would love it if it wasn't shitty conditions. You know, I'd love to be able to see what this offense because I'm going to come out of this game still not knowing what their offense is. Were the last 2 weeks a mirage, or was this offense really really hampered by the shitty conditions because both offenses look like they've been hampered by shitty conditions? Oh, first down, Brandon Cooks. I can't believe Brandon Cooks is still playing. Bang bang, Niner gang. Let's go. All good, man. Cheer for your squad, Timothy. All good. Impressive 17 yards. That's shit. Tell me about it. Yeah, it's been a rough second half. It's been nothing but punts. And then Eagles defense coming up clutch a few times, but you can't give that's the latest flag in the world. For what? Throw the flag later next time. What was the flag on? Yeah, thank you. And by the way, I don't have a problem with you throwing a flag. And obviously, in that instance, like I didn't know who it was going to be on. I have a problem with you waiting 10 seconds till after the play is done to then throw the flag. That's so bad. 140-17. Oh, all you can do is laugh about it. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. 17 yards. I know someone said it earlier, but yeah, it's horrible. 17 yards total offense. And it's almost over. All right. All right. Bottle them up. There we go. All right. Third down here. Big third down. Even though it's 2-down territory, obviously. But I was trying to say earlier before that flag was thrown, you can't give the MVP this many opportunities. Like you just eventually they're gonna perform like an MVP. I'm sad. I gotta go pick up my sister-in-law during the start of the Bears game. Oh, that sucks. Why didn't she? Why didn't she plan this better, Maury? DVR it though. Like if you have a DVR it and like, turn your phone off. I've done that before. Like, I'll turn my phone off or like at this point, like my friends know not to text me about the game, but I have my phone on Do Not Disturb, and like you'll be able to get home. I have no more nails left to bite, stressing me out. Yeah, it's definitely one of those games but luckily they blocked a field goal. Like I feel a lot better about this situation because they blocked the field goal. Because I don't see Sean McDermott going for 2. Although he might, because the last time these two teams played, it did go to overtime, and the Eagles did end up winning in overtime. But like, does that really take an effect? And that was what 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever it was. Joking, by the way, in case my wife ever sees this. Yeah. So like, I don't think he would go for 2. The risk is, to me, it's not worth it when you're going for the division when you're at home. Second half stats. Want to escape the hate talk this week. Fortunately, not Lemmy. It's definitely been a tale of two halves. Especially for like I had Saquon Barkley scoring a touchdown in this game. That bet's not happening now. Yeah, just donating money to DraftKings over here. I want to Churchill play well by the Bills there. Yeah, I don't. I think they're gonna try to run it because of the conditions, but I also feel like you have to kind of let Josh Allen win you the game. Like I'm not relying on James Cook against his front four. But then again, I mean, Josh Allen hasn't played. The entire offense hasn't played all that well. You know, the Eagles' defense has had an answer. They've had really good pressure on Josh Allen. He hasn't been comfortable for the most part for a lot of this game. But if I'm Joe Brady, I'm kind of letting Josh Allen win this game. Hey buddy, Scuba Steve from Lucky's. Oh, what's up, man? Steve, I forgot to tell you, man. The last time I saw you, you were like, yeah, like I haven't seen him forever. That's because every time I order pizza, you're never there. I had like a full month where all I was doing was ordering Eda's. Full month. And it was great. And by the way, if you haven't had Eda's in Roxborough, phenomenal. Phenomenal pizza. But the sandwich shop is good. But yeah, I stopped by for a sandwich like a week ago. I stopped by for get him. Let's go. It's gonna be 4th and 10. But yeah, stop by for a sandwich. I think what's her name? Stephanie? Is her name Stephanie? She hand delivered the sandwich to me because I wrote about how I was gonna die if I had onions. So she's great. But yeah, everybody out there, if you guys are in the Roxborough Manioc area, Lucky's Roadside Stand in Roxborough, phenomenal. Like all their food always hits. Customer service is great. Great spot to go talk UFC if you guys are into that. You know, grown men fighting in a cage. I know I am. Yeah, always, Steve, always. All right, so this is the problem with sharing YouTube TV with somebody is my buddy gave his account out to like 17 people, and I have to hop over my buddy's Hulu account because there's a streaming limit. But yeah, I Steve, I'll always every time I order from the sandwich place, because the one time I walked in and it was after I wrote I'm a slut for balsamic, and she came out and she was like, by the way, your notes. And I was like, fuck, like, am I in trouble? And she was like, no, like they cracked me up. And I was like, oh, all right, then I'll keep doing it. All right, come on. I'm trying to switch over to Hulu. All right, I switched over just enough time to see a first down. Cool. Love that for me. Not great. Oh, wow. What a play. I can't even get mad at that first down. That's just impressive. That's just a well executed trick play. That's just a well executed trick play. Can't even get mad at it. I'll tell you what I can get mad at is my buddy Charlie giving his YouTube TV access to a bunch of people that all of a sudden in the fourth quarter they want to check in on the game. Now you want to watch? I've been watching this game. Why am I getting kicked off YouTube TV? Now I got to hop over to my buddy's Hulu account because we're not paying for all these streamings. We're sharing over here. Sharing is caring. She's a restaurant worker. She gets it. Nah, she's awesome, man. She's awesome. I mean, as is like the whole staff. I love popping in, but yeah, almost got pizza last night, but I'm gonna hold off a week because I'm a broke bitch. Probably at some point this week though. Usually do it when I'm a kids. Did he catch that? He did. That's a good fucking thrown ball. That's just a good thrown ball. They're gonna end up fucking tying this game. Oh my god. That's just now what are you gonna do? Yeah. Dreek, that's the MVP making MVP plays. That's what that is. And still, they're trying to like run. And it's like, I don't know why. I don't know why you're trying to run with 50 something seconds left. Just like punch it in. I mean, I'm loving it as a Birds fan, but like, it's a shame too because Marcus Epps has played pretty well this game too. And that's just because he had there's two key stops on the goal line that end up leading to the Zach Vaughn stop, and it was like 4th down and an inch. All right, get him, get pressure on him, get him. Oh my god, it's a good scramble by him. All right, they're gonna call a timeout. It'll be 3rd and goal. Do you do a lot of really, Steve? It's only for the birds on YouTube, at least. It's only for the birds. Just because there's so many Sixers games. But I did ask my buddy that I watch MMA with next pay-per-view when we watch it at his place if he would be willing to do it. The only problem with doing that would be me and him sitting on a couch. It's going to be it's a little heated rivalry-ish, if you know what I mean. The hit HBO show. I don't think they could. I don't know if they lose. I don't. Arcadia's like, we're gonna lose. I feel a lot better because they blocked that field goal. Because right now the Bills are essentially playing to tie the game. You figure, unless they go for 2. But yeah, every week I do this on YouTube and TikTok. Where you look at my stupid face, either break down a game or I tell Phil dating stories. If the game's not good, I get into my failed dating life, which is a war zone. All right. All of a sudden, Josh Allen woke up. Good pressure. Touchdown. Yeah, I mean, the MVP. I said it earlier. You can't give the MVP this many opportunities and expect him to not score. By accident, he's going to score. You also need more than 17 yards of total offense in the second half. Now the question is, do they go for 2? Because, and the only reason I say, do you go for it, is because, he's short. The only reason I say it is because I wonder if the game 2 or 3 years ago still weighs in on Sean McDermott, where they went into overtime and ended up losing. I'm freaking out. You don't have to freak out, girl. They're already in the playoffs. Don't freak out. Birds are still in the playoffs. Yeah, it's going to be 4th and an inch. And you know what they're probably going to do? They're probably going to do the push. I think at 25, you have to go for 2. Yeah, although with 18 seconds left, I mean, they still have to score at this point, but I'm expecting them to score. I don't know. At home, do you risk it? Because that's a ballsy play. Like, you're going for the division still. So I think you go for the points and then go for the overtime win at home. If you weren't playing for anything, if this was a meaningless game and divisions are wrapped up and all that, but because you're playing for the division, I don't know. That's a ballsy play. That's a ballsy call. Yeah, they're gonna push it again. The reminder, the play call that Sean McDermott said was a very dangerous play call, and they had to outlaw, that ended up leading to their first touchdown of the game. Yeah, they want to do that. Fucking hate it. Nobody crushes a propel like me. Nobody. Oh, all right. Call reversed, which we kind of expected, but they're just going to push it. I mean, I don't know about anybody else out there, and I know the defense has played great on the goal line this game, and as a whole, the defense has played great. But when you get into this situation, I just always kind of assume, all right, they're scoring touchdowns here. Oh, 8 seconds left. They're not going to have a lot of time. They have 1 timeout, but they're not going to have a lot of time to. Can you call it? You can call a timeout, right? I mean, yeah, you can call a timeout whenever you want. Yeah, he's getting ready to. Someone should distract him so he just runs out of time. All right, let's hurry this up, guys. Come on. Come on. Speed this up. What are we waiting for? Come on. Come on. Great job. Beautiful. Beautiful job on the NFL. It's flawless. Seamless. Seriously. Like, what was that? Amanda knows. Like, what were we waiting for? Were they gonna run some amazing trick play? Like, what took so long? Can't stand McDermott. Roseanne, I went on a whole rant about McDermott earlier about my disdain and strong hatred of that man. I have 2%, by the way, on my phone. Probably gonna die. Just a heads up. And I can't charge it. Oh, they will go for 2. if they get in. I guess what I could do is I could charge it like that and just hold it. Don't toss the phone out the window. I won't. I won't do that. I'm just gonna hold it like this. And now you're getting another angle. Now you're getting this side. All right, this is the game. 4th and goal. 8 seconds left. He broke the plane. It doesn't matter. They broke the plane. Touchdown. Damn. All right. Well, I mean, kind of what I expected, right? I think what a lot of people expected, at least, are that close. And they're going to go for 2 here. So this is a ballsy play call. Yeah. I thought they knocked the ball out at one point when he tried to lunge up, but I thought when it went down. But no, I don't know, ball. Does look like they're going for 2. Yeah, they're going for 2. He gave the signal of 2. So all right, here we go. Brady, I'll put it back where it was. Brady assumes that he's going to be on the move. All right. I don't disagree with him, but this is the game. Oh, good. Timeout. We all need timeouts. I'm crying in bed. Don't do that. Again, they already clinched a division. They're fine. Don't cry because it happened. Smile because it's almost over. Pat, it was 13-0. It was, yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. It was 13-0. They let him off the hook. I don't mean to sound like Denny Green right now. I think when you're looking at this game, it's going to be if they end up losing it, because the defense has played really well. But if they end up losing it, you're going to look at them failing to score a touchdown before the end of the half. You're going to look at the 17 yards of total offense in the second half. I'm keeping my merch. That's fine. I don't think they're going to the Super Bowl either. I think they're a good football team. I don't think they're great. Like last year, I thought they were great. All right, here we go. Here's the game. Get him. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, my God. Sean McDermott, Buffalo hates you. Buffalo absolutely hates you. You know what? But Sean, you should outlaw that. They should outlaw the ability to let coaches decide to go for 2. Player safety of all. Oh, my God. They should. You guys agree, right? Like, they should outlaw that because of safety. The safety concerns. Like, he could have tripped and fell. Oh, my God. It must suck to have a whole city just absolutely hate your guts, Sean McDermott. But that's what he does. That's Sean McDermott for you. He's good enough to get there, and then he, shits the bed because he's a baby shit soft loser. I hate Sean McDermott. If you didn't know this, I hate Sean McDermott so much. Oh, love it. Love it. Oh, well, I'm Sean. That's got to suck, man. Oh, that feeling that you just blew the game completely, that you could have tied it at home and then went overtime. That's got to, yeah. Oh, God. I'm looking forward to the post-game speech now that you cost your team any shot of the division at all. He went to Judge, not Judge. He went to LaSalle. They're disappointed. They renounced. LaSalle High School has renounced Sean McDermott. After that, they'll go for an onside kick. I'm sure they're going to get it. I'm sure that this game certainly isn't over. Losers. Yes, defense did. In fact, defense is the MVP of this game. Unequivocally, defense is the MVP. They took away the tight end right out of that play immediately, which was Josh Allen. Josh Allen totally wanted to go to Dustin Knox, took it away, or Dalton Knox. Look at that. Eagles got the ball. Let's just take a knee and get out of here. Go Birds, bang bang Bird gang. Happy New Year, Steve. I promise I'll stop by. Every time I go there, I hope I see you. Just know that my brother in arms. There's only like 3 people I can talk MMA with. You're one of them. Go Birds, everybody. I am gonna hop off. Everybody go to Ida's in Roxborough. That's where we're partying. We're partying after the game. It's a celebration at Ida's Pizza in Roxborough. Pizza's great. That's no bullshit. No paid ads. But the pizza's great. Say hi to Scuba for me. All right. I'm not going. I gotta record a YouTube video and then I gotta go to a hockey game and trip over the blue line. But you all were fun. I'm gonna end the stream on YouTube. You guys are great.